and hit the record button. Welcome to Vestia, a primordial land ruled by 6 great dragons and covered in magical creatures as far as the eye can see. Though the various races seldom agree, there is little war between the people, and everyone is content in their own corners of the world. In the beginning, primordial gods blessed their first child, the twilight dragon, with their power. It transcended mortal mind and might. This power is what we call magic. It was woven from 6 elements as symbols of the great god's powers: light, darkness, water, earth, fire, and air. In reverence of the gods that created them, the twilight dragon then sired mortal gifts to contain each element gifted in turn, sharing their knowledge on how to wield their blessed magic, training them from egg to adult before offering these creatures to the great god's vassals on the mortal plane. The elemental dragons. Dragons are powerful beings composed of fangs, scales, and claws. Timeless guardians of Vestia whom were present at the creation of every other race birthed by their respective gods. They spread themselves to the 4 corners of the land so that they might share their wisdom they had collected from their parents, in order to pay proper honor to the gods. The gods acknowledged the dragon's efforts, and all was good and well. Soon after, the other mortals discovered the sleeping power to wield 2 elements of magic, something completely unheard of before. Perhaps not able to wield both elemental magics at the same time, nor did they have the capabilities to mix or create new magic. The revelation still sent ripples across the land and sea, inspiring the different races to learn beyond the dragon's teaching and train themselves, progressing different methods to teach their young. At first, the dragons encouraged this, but over time, their hearts filled with dread. Yes, the great age of learning and magical discovery began. However, even at its conception, not all was well. The races of Vestia began to covet knowledge of other kin. Jealousy grew where strong bonds had been. Trade, communication, compassion crumbled like stone under the crashing waves from the sea. Soon famine followed on the coattails of war, stronger than any of their gods' wrath. Chaos and destruction ran rampant. Even brethren turned to the other with hatred in their eyes and held weapons to the other's throat. Civilizations were on the brink of extinction as the blood of their citizens flowed free into rivers, scarring the land. Not even the fair fae that communed with the dragons were spared from the thirst of power that magic could give. The war and hatred peaked to great tragedy when one of the gods' vassals attempted to put an end to the war, and the dragon was struck down by an empire he had called home. Racked with grief, 6 dragons rallied their brethren to beseech their gods. They cried and pleaded to them for the strength and to end the senseless fighting for the one that had fallen. Hearing their plea, these exceptional leaders were imbued with power. In one concentrated wave, they quelled the rage plaguing the hearts and scarring the land. The great dragon lords drove them back to their home territories, soothing their tattered souls to end their restless cravings. Settle in unity. Thrive for the benefit of all. Peace was found in their division. The 6 great dragons established spires and citadels in the budding cities where they could foster communication, nurture knowledge, and preserve culture in each province. All became well and good to the divine beings, to the dragons, to the fae, and to the mortals that thrive across the land. The world of Vestia is divided into 6 continents and 11 great empires, all under the rule of the 6 great dragons. First, we have the leader of them all, the gold fire dragon, Piaro Mar. Powerful and swift is he, known as the righteous flame of war and peace. Ruling in close council is the silver dragon of darkness, Knight Winth, the overseer of justice and wealth. He provides the funds that each race uses for trade and stability. The bronze dragon of earth, Alisar Sol. He is the master of abundant harvest and the rotation of trades. The blue dragon of light, Neandra Lumiara, is the great scholar and librarian of knowledge. She oversees the education of mortals and the publishing of all magic. The white water dragon, Ciara Shelm, rules over the tides and defends the seas, protecting those who would dare to cross. The great air dragon, Stratus Kaleo, is the gentle guardian of fortune and keeper of the seasons. She walks among the clouds and provides fair rain to all. Under their watchful eyes, the world thrives. Knowledge is shared, and everyone lives in peace. All right, going to stop and see how we're doing. Deep breaths. Thank you, thank you. I was very nervous. Appreciate that. Anyone have any questions before I dive further? I hope I came through clearly. I wasn't expecting all those ads to pop up. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 3 minutes of ads from the Spotify. Oh, good. I'm glad listening to me talk is very calming. If we're doing good, I'll go ahead and continue, and then when I'm done, I'll pause again to check on how we're doing again, see if anyone has any questions. I didn't really prepare a voice for this, so you're just going to have to listen to my normal voice. How Magic Works, a Draconic Introduction Summary. Hello, young scholars. Professor Ludwig is here again to tell you everything you need to know about magic. There are 6 kinds of magic. We have light, darkness, water, earth, fire, and air. Each element has 4 levels of power and 7 levels of usage. But wait, being naturally talented with magic won't make you as a well-respected archmage or a great sage like myself. Primordial magic, or just magic as you call it, is the only kind of magic known to mortals. It is a type of magic that can be practiced by anyone to some extent, but everyone absolutely must have the necessary training, the experience, and the materials to do it. But no fear, spellcasters are fairly commonplace.
To celebrate here in Florida. All things, all the time. 2 weeks early, 3 weeks late. From first birthdays to 13, 15, and graduations. So many graduations. College, high school, pre-K, yes, pre-K. Small wins.
Waiting for the
Little
ads to
League to all
finish.
state championships. All days, from game days to just Tuesdays. Anytime is a good time to celebrate magic. And now, with this special ticket offer, Florida residents have one more reason to enjoy all 4 parks. Visit DisneyWorld.com to learn more.
I'm a poor person. I can't afford to skip the ads.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or Allstate.com.
I'll wait for the ads.
Like
This is
your
part of my
checking
ads,
service
everyone.
first before driving through the car wash.
Subliminal adding for all my beautiful people.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or Allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Everyone absolutely must have the necessary training, experience, and materials, curse you ads, to do it, but not to fear. Spellcasters are fairly commonplace. Why, you'll get the hang of it in no time if you keep that in mind. Magic is mono-elemental by its very nature, And while it is possible for a single person to be able to cast 2 types of magic, they cannot mix the elements or cast 2 spells simultaneously or at the same time, or even of spells that are the same element. This magic was gifted to Vestia by the elemental gods that created this realm. While every living being is born with innate magic, as stated, it requires training and honing of their magic. But only the right kind of both can unlock the secret of where their strengths truly lie, such as someone learning more towards healing or protecting oneself or others. Yes, there is a lot of physical applications, but one cannot simply use it out of thin air just because they trained a lot. There's also training of the mind and understanding ingredients that could be needed to cast. Some spells require songs or actions to be executed in combination with an ingredient. Some require days of preparation. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself, my young mage. Your spell's power will be deeply personal to you and your connection to the divine Lord who has gifted you your innate power. While there will be teachers and books to help you on your journey, it is best to try and develop your own technique and style, one that you feel best resonates with your innate gift. This includes the kind of spell focus or charms you carry. Choose wisely and work within your boundaries. After all, you are not a dragon like myself, Professor Ludwig. Our scales give us all the magical power we need, but I digress. What is a charm? What is a spell focus? You must be scratching your heads over these terms I've been throwing at you. Well, a spell focus can be almost anything you can get your tender mitts on, since the world around us is almost just as magical as you and me. However, many items are too mixed to properly cast spells with, so choose carefully. You want them to be as elementally pure as possible, though obviously one couldn't just have pure light as their spell focus. How would one even achieve that? No, the purity of a focus also determines what level of spell you can cast. Moreover, no spell focus lasts forever. The more low-grade the focus, the faster it's used up. So no using your spells willy-nilly. Now what is a charm? Well, a charm is just a spell focus that resonates the strongest. You're trying to invoke your power from the elemental god who gave it to you, after all. These are high level and very costly. Well, you'll be getting to those soon in spell materials that are right for me. I believe that will be Chapter 3, Paragraph 10. You'll see for yourself soon, my young scholars, as we dive into the wonderful world of learning together. Professor Ludwig, the Iron-Clawed Sage. And that is what we need to know for magic going on. I have Spotify ads. Yes, that is correct. That is very correct. Spotify plays ads as you listen through music. But yes, I'm too poor to not get ads on Spotify. So I have to grin and bear it. Because when I practiced this, I didn't get any ads at all. But now that I'm streaming, we have to have all the ads. Alright, let's go ahead and keep going. As we go into the campaign, you will direct the path the main heroes take by choosing their destinations, the NPCs they interact with, as well as the encounters they fight. Whether by land, sea, or steed, the story revolves around you. That's right, you! My lovely viewers are in control of the main character of the story. You choose his destiny in the path he carves into the world. Though companions have been set in place, the party can still be shaped by exceptional players who make generous contributions in the forms of gifting, subs, or donations to the throne. These subs must be 5 or more or $30, while the Mighty Bit Defenders can have a character set as an NPC that we get to interact with during the course of our adventure. So, during this little campaign run that I am doing, which Creepy just redeemed 10. Got 10 subbies gifted out. So that means that I will be talking with Creepy later to make a NPC character that will eventually join, or not an NPC, a main character that will be joining the Motley cast that I already have planned. Only one, though. One who is two, maybe. We'll be doing that. So I'll go ahead and run through the redeems. I wasn't expecting to get to that part quite so early in the campaign, so I wasn't mentally prepared, but I'll go ahead and skip down. Let's see. Hex, aka Ig, says going to ask Max if we might be able to add you to Spotify. Aw, that's nice. It's not a necessity though. I've got a lot of stuff on my Spotify. So let me just quickly scroll down and get to those redeems so I can talk about it a little bit more. Come on, computer, you can do it. I know I'm asking a lot of you right now, but you can do it. Yes, Creepy forgot about the Donathon type mechanics. It's okay. I was gonna get to those eventually, but we'll go ahead and talk about them now since it was brought up. I just have to scroll down and get to it. It takes me a minute. So I won't be running a traditional kind of donathon where it's over the course of a week or a few days or continuously ongoing. The donathon will only run per campaign. I wasn't going to start it for session 0, but I was going to talk about it. So we'll go ahead and talk about it now. I just have to get to my notes. Okay, so for my D&D campaigns, I'm going to offer rewards. Reward 1 sub or $5. I will get up and walk for 20 minutes. For $10 to $20 donations, you will get a half portrait of a character drawn during the session or at the end of the session. It depends on what's going on. And then also 5 gifted subs or $30 gets a member added to the party. Please know there are guidelines to adding a character, which I will lightly talk about now. All characters will have pre-made stat sheets by me, and new characters introduced by the chat will have guidelines in order to fit in with the world going on. As an example, as much as I would love an army of roaming merchants to be added to the party, and I really would, I love merchant jobs and merchant characters. I think they're the second best character job to have in D&D, and they're kind of the bread and butter for successful adventurers. They're simply not as possible as you would see in a normal D&D campaign, because at the beginning point in our story, our races are indeed divided to maintain peace and control corruption. So let's keep that in mind when we're designing characters. Also, each race has a set magic they can and cannot do. But don't worry, because we're going to talk it out and come to an agreeable conclusion. I'd prefer to do this through DMs versus doing it on stream, since it can get a little bit lengthy. Or you can send me a whisper and we'll talk that way. Whisper through Twitch, excuse me. My slurred tongue is coming out to get me. Okay, and then I also do have rewards for people who donate bits, because you guys are awesome, and I understand we can't always make the contributions that we want to make, and sometimes bits are cheaper / easier. But 40 bits, you get to pick a potion that the party will use during the campaign when you redeem it. So like if it's something like a potion of hair, I will use it and they'll get a wild and wacky hairstyle or hair color or a beard. Just as an example, a random example. Donations of 100 bits will get an NPC added into the campaign. You won't be traveling with the party, but it's someone that we will stop, we will talk to, we will have fun with, and it may or may not come with a design. We'll see how I'm doing when the bits are redeemed. I'm going to try and make designs, at least a bust or a half body. And then 500 bits will get the party leveled up, and you can choose a spell from a list of spells that I will provide during the campaign, and they will learn it as they level up. These were decided because they're kind of stretch goals, and not a lot of people can donate quite that much. So I felt like they were pretty reasonable. If you guys have suggestions for rewards, I am open ears, definitely willing to talk and negotiate. Let's see. Creepy legitimately just wanted to gift subs. It's okay. Yes, you are very smart. I love you. I appreciate you, Cree. You're the best. But now you get to have an NPC in the campaign, and we will definitely talk about it. None. Talk about it in DMs later. I will also, let's see. I am also already going to be using a NPC that Creepy designed earlier before we did Session 0. I'm super excited to give him his proper debut. We will see him first thing. Yes, Shasa says, merchants, let's go. I love merchants. They're all awesome. So are bards. I think being a bard is also a great class. Let's see. Creepy says, so you can't have Guy Fiery in his food carts called trolley taverns and tap rooms? You can. He just won't be part of the party. And you have to redeem the biddies if you want him to be an NPC in the campaign. I know, Rebel is over there listening to me talk and wiggling their eyebrows at me. Yes, they have already technically bought an NPC for the campaign. Yes, you did, and I cannot wait to debut them later. We're not going to talk about it yet because it's a surprise. I'm not going to tell you either. You don't get to know. You're going to be surprised with everybody else. It is a little rude. Yes, I'm a little rude. Oh. Rebel is campaigning for a cabbage guy NPC. His produce gets damaged and he goes, my cabbages. No, I remembered. I won't do the exact same thing because that's technically copywriting and stealing, and shh. We won't tell anybody, chat. Just between you and you and you and you and all of me. So we've had our talk time. I'm going to go ahead and put up boop our D&D time. Our D&D session will be called the Chronicles of Vestia Forge. That is what we are going to be going by, and I'm going to call you my little forgelings instead of my little tater tots. But this is just for the campaign. So we're going to bebop up back to where I was going to be now that I've talked about subbies and biddies. Anybody have any other questions for me before we get into the hardcore TM mechanics and other stuff that I'm getting ready to talk about? Because I have to go over table rules. I have to go over house rules, and it's not because I don't trust you guys. You're all beautiful and lovely, but I want to have them out there in case we get any new people, or if any bad mallards sneak into the forge to talk. Them bits, yes. All the biddies. Also, just a quick little shout out since I'm pausing for questions. I'd like to give a shout out to Creepy for designing my potato fairy P&B thingy that you see, and also to Chases who made the Chronicles of Vestia font that I am using there. The forge was done by me and it's not as good as you can tell, but the rest is by Chases, and a lot of stuff is by Chases, and you should totally follow them and give them love because they're awesome. But yes, I will pause now for a quick Q&A if anyone has anything for me.
Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like you know to check you have gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com.
Maybe I can't.
Heck yeah, yeah, yeah.
Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook,
Yeah,
Illinois.
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and, because you donated so many subbies, Cree, I've already gotten up and I've started walking in place. You want a cat tato NPC? Maybe. Maybe. It's just a potato shaped like a cat, not even sentient. It's gonna appear on somebody's plate, little potato sculpting. No one's gonna want to eat it, Rebel said, because it's too cute. I mean, I could make that happen, wink wonk. If you're willing to like design this potato shaped like a cat, then yeah, I'll definitely put it in. I have designed an emote that is a potato cat and I haven't added it yet. I forgot to add it. Yes, Bubby.
Is Mangus allowed?
As long as you play nicely. Sorry, you'll sometimes hear my kids chiming in. Don't mind, they're harmless. They won't bite, I promise. Alright, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and pull through. Now, I am going to state, before I start listing the table rules and the house rules, if you find the D&D campaign appealing, and we have enough people interested who'd be willing to commit to doing D&D with me, then I will totally and completely reformat this, make some blank character sheets, and we'll have a proper D&D session because the main thing is that the story will stay the same regardless of if it's the character that I've pre-made or not. Like, the story will be absolutely the exact same. They will just go into NPC status, and we'll have your characters pop off on their own unique catered adventure through the lands and through the story. I'm trying to keep it open and flexible for everybody. Oh, I accidentally muted myself. Thank you, Iggs, for dropping in. Enjoy your lurk. Please be safe in traffic while you pick up Mr. Maximilian. Let him know that I love him. Yeah, I'm getting them steppies in. Yes, yes. The cat tato can be a quest item offered for sale by Jeff. I love it. Don't underestimate your brain rot. The potato is a magical item that is so cute and makes it impossible to eat it. You know what? I kind of super love that. Maybe I'll do it. Jeff will have potatoes that he throws at people.
One thing.
What's that, my love?
The controller TV.
You'll have to get that from the Roku. Go get Harley. I'm getting my kids set up with the Nintendo Switch. So you'll hear me talking to them. The controller to connect it to the TV should be attached to the Roku. You just plug it in from the Roku to the dock.
We're looking for the game controllers.
You mean these things?
Yes.
There you go.
Are we all allowed to play Among Us?
Maybe. Maybe. Okay. So since we don't have any questions yet, I'll go ahead and jump into the table rules. Let's see. As always, I will be running a PG rated ship. We're going to keep it clean and respectful. And while I will be mentioning things like smoking or drinking as habits characters have, excuse me while I fumble, I ask everyone to abstain from using foul language or suggestive comments in chat about characters or character actions. If a character has a high charisma, instead of going with partnering up for the night, characters can try to be flirty and persuasive, and the interaction ends almost as soon as they succeed. The story will move along and progress immediately from there. There will be no night pans over anything. I'm going to try to completely allude to that. Just because, again, this is a PG stream and I would like to keep that rating. As a DM, I will try to refrain from overly graphic descriptions when it comes to an enemy being felled, and so on and so forth. Like, if someone has to clean an animal for hunting or for selling the pelts or something, I will just say the character cleans the animal and they progress onwards with their journey through the forest. Something of those lines, just to avoid triggering any sensitivities to blood or anything of that sort. The unpleasant, gooey stuff, if you will. Like, I know Rebel watches some pretty intense animes because they are almost 18 and it's fine with me. I still want to be respectful to that. Alright, so let me... Yeah, they're doing a happy dance because they're almost 18. Bills! You have to pay bills! We're going to say the bad B-I-L-L word. Bills and taxes. Adult responsibilities, which do stink. Okay, I took care of it. Thank you. Okay, going on with the rules, please do not metagame in chat. If you know, you know. Try not to argue with other players. Though you may ask for a DM break where you can discuss actions or conversations, keep in mind these breaks and decisions are on a time limit to keep the story flow natural. And it's also to, like, try and break down any disagreements by keeping it short and sweet. As a gentle disclaimer, the mechanics may appear light or not what you're used to, since this is largely a homebrew experiment. A majority of the creatures, the magic, and the whole world was created and large by Chase. While I am also a creator to this world, I am humbly fumbling my way through. I am informally new to D&D, and additionally, my information from D&D will be coming from https 2014.5e.tools/4/book.html#phb. So these are going to be from 5e D&D guidelines. You can find all the information there. I will still try to honor it, as well as the world that my dear friend created. I am open to suggestions on how to improve the experience, if anyone has any. I thank you for your time and your patience with me as we learn together, so to speak. All right, any questions so far on that? Yeah, being an adult is a scam. Do not be fooled. This is very true. It looks good, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. Not even, like, well, I mean, you can eat ice cream for dinner and no one can say boo, except your doctor later. But you know what I mean. I'm just giving a nice little pause while we listen to some sweet music. If anyone has any questions, do not be afraid, my children. Do not fear asking questions. I do not find them unreasonable. Oops. My computer decided to flip out on me. So I will do this. Ha! And I will lift this here. There we go. Okay, Chase would like to clarify it is the 2014 version of D&D 5e, not 5.5e, which is the 2024 version. Yes, this is 2014. I did do some 2024 version research and it kind of went over my head, so I stuck to Chase's recommendation of the 2014 version. She very kindly provided me with the link that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be pulling monster encounters from there, mostly. Following their recommendations. I have done some reading and some studying, so hopefully we'll have something competent and enjoyable to entertain ourselves with. I hope you all enjoy it. I've been working very hard, and it's part of the reason why I've been so quiet in Discord and online, because I've just been really honed in on researching and arting and all this other stuff that I can't show yet, but I'm super excited to get to. Alright, it looks like we don't have any other questions, so I'll go ahead and keep on reading. If anyone needs me to stop, don't be afraid to speak up. So, okay. Alright, Spuds and Fries, we're going to lay down the golden rule before we get into the house rules. The golden rule is, since I do not have a party to DM, this story is a choice-based D&D campaign that will follow a plot-heavy narrative. That means all of you are my players and your choices will determine what happens in the story. The house rules are as follows. Rule number 1, participation. Since the story is going to be community driven, participation is key. The roles will be talked about more in a moment, but in the event there is only one participant or no participants, the D&D storytelling will only last an hour and I will proceed with a normal stream. I wanted to lay down a time frame for you guys so you have a general idea. When there's only one participant, I will be calling for them to roll multiple times, or I, the DM, will do all the rolling on my own to progress the story along. If there are multiple participants, I'll be doing wellness checks on chat like I usually do. If chat wishes to continue going, then I'll keep the stream running for 3 hours and try to pause the sessions at good story beats. As a special note, the DM will call, or me, sometimes I'll refer to myself and that person, will call the chat to roll for initiative. You will be rolling for attack and then also rolling for damage. Keep your ears peeled if you want to get in on the spicy combat action. Rule number 2, all about dice. To roll the dice, you simply type !roll and it will roll a d20. Majority roll will be victorious, and then I will roll the opposing dice for the enemies. This includes on persuasion checks and magic casting. When we have a more complex scenario pop up, I will be changing the d20s to like the d4s and so on and so forth. But that's only if we get to scenarios that are complex enough for these dice to pop up. Any dice modifiers will be on the character sheets I will be using, and they will be added by yours truly. Because you are rolling as a group, most of the time I will not be calling for advantage or disadvantage. AKA, if you roll twice, and I will just take the highest or lowest dice the chat has, depending on if I need advantage or disadvantage. During combat, you, my lovely players, and this is rule number 3, will be given options to progress the story along, but you will also be given options for combat. While in combat, only one option can be chosen per round. These options will be fairly basic and will be selected by majority vote of 1, 2, or 3. Advanced scenarios will have their own option 4 pop up during certain times. To continue on with rule number 3, your options are as follows. 1. Use an attack. Your attack will likely be non-magical or inflict a flat d20 damage, even if you have more than one weapon or bow and arrows. This can be performed through the character either being proficient in a weapon, a martial arts, or in charisma. Charisma attacks will be the character talking down to the target or trying to buff an ally. Now going back to earlier. So for it damage, it'll be a flat d20 to hit and a flat d20 to make an attack, and then I'll do some mental math on my end. No need for anyone else to do it. And I will let you know how it goes from there, like how many points they lost and so on and so forth. And this also applies to magic, which is our other option. Hold on, my thing glitched. Using magic is pretty self-explanatory. The character uses one and only one of their magic spells to inflict damage on a target, again by rolling a flat d20. Spells cannot be dual wielded, and it is important to remember that spells have a turn to cool down, meaning if you use magic for the first round, you have to do something else the next round. Additionally, each spell has a point pool for you to draw on. The strength, duration, and items needed to cast a spell determines how big the point number is. The point number also represents how quickly your spell component wears out or breaks down. When the character is out of points, they can no longer cast magic. For example, if you're using 1 out of 5 charcoal pieces for a fire spell, with each piece only having 4 points of use, your spell rule succeeds. The charcoal is completely used up by the end of the spell being cast, and you'll need to use up another charcoal piece from the inventory. Excuse me. The point pool will be on the player sheet, and inventory will be visible on the screen. I, the DM, will keep careful track of a character's magic points. Your third option will simply be called Other. These are DM prompted action. a helping hand from me, if you will. Option A, or other A, you can use a healing item. Other option B lets you run away. Depending on the situation, a character might take damage from an enemy that chooses the path of spite to take an attack of opportunity. Bleh, I promise I can English, I swear. This attack of opportunity is when you turn your back to a target and you try to flee. The reason why they do this attack is just because you bothered them in the first place, or because they just particularly do not like you. So watch out when choosing the runaway option. Your other option C is to take a defensive action or dodge. There is also an option or other D. The DM may present an option for you to resolve this differently through charisma or perception. This option will be at random. That means you will not know it is coming, so it might be a wise idea to check the other tab during certain situations before engaging in combat. This is just something to consider. Okay, we're gonna go into, let's see, going to go into rule number 4, which is inspiration, combat movement, dice ties, and bonus actions. Inspiration die has been eliminated and will instead be an inspiration modifier. That means that instead of rolling a flat dice, I will be adding a +3 modifier to a character's roll of a lucky or special viewer's choosing. This inspiration modifier will be rewarded to participants who are active in the campaign or make a clever or unexpected action. Be sure to use this gift wisely and attach it either before or after your roll in chat with details on what it's for, either for attacks, a check, spellcasting, and so on. Moving onwards to movement and combat. Once per turn, in addition to an attack, a character can be moved 30 feet across the board in any direction. Melee attacks have a set range of 10 feet, while distance attacks have a starting range of 15 feet and can go further. As a character levels up, while magic has a range determined by the spell component's pull points. If a component has a pull point of 5, then the range is 5 feet, and so on and so forth. This rule applies to enemies as well. In the event of a dice tie, the player and the enemy may roll the same, like rolling 14. They both rolled 14. Then the attacker's actions, will automatically connect, but the damage received will be halved. From a storytelling perspective, the target being attacked is making an honest effort to protect themselves from the blow. We also have bonus actions. These will be awarded by the DM in the other option or unlocked with special items that will be introduced as we play. The DM will independently keep track of which user has unlocked what. If the player is not in the stream, then we proceed like the item does not exist. If it's a DM prompted action in the other option, the DM will use words like the character feels more confident from their companion's words. If players feel like this is too vague in clutch situations, the DM will correct this by eliminating normal options. Naturally, this is not every rule in the campaign. Creatures, NPCs, items, travel, places, and races will all be explained as we get to them. You can think of them as a milestone to unlock and a reason to progress the story. And that is everything, my beauties. Thank you so much for sitting through it while I yap and gab. I hope you found it interesting and entertaining. I will be calling for a pause again for questions, and then we will take a little 15-minute break so that way I can hydrate and stretch, and you can hydrate and stretch and get snacks. How are we doing too? Like, are you guys okay? Taking care of yourselves while listening to me gab? And fumble? On my part, that went horribly, I'll be honest. I was really nervous, but I hope you all found it interesting anyways. Let's see. Cree had to log out for work. Be back in a bit. That's fine. Thank you for the lurk, my love. Thank you for being here. That means a lot to me in and of itself to just have you all here. Also, I don't know where these other songs have come from. They were not part of my playlist. Spotify just decided to help itself to another playlist while I was not looking. So let me go back. I'm going to swap because I will be doing artsy fartsies pretty soon after our break. Going to go ahead and swap back to listening to Tales of the Stinky Dragon just so I can perform more competently, hopefully. See you later, Tater. Thank you. Love you. Do 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 do. Play a little bit of music while trying to find what I'm looking for. I did it, yes. Thank you so much, Aces. I appreciate you being here for me fumbling. You're drawing the magical item, the potato. You can't eat it because it's too adorable. I love it. It is going in. I will fight for this magical item. Thank you. I'm glad you thought I did great. Oh, excuse me, I had a yawn. Oh, we have an ad on Spotify. Might have an ad in Twitch. If we did, thank you for sitting through it while it plays. It deeply helps support my channel. You have returned. Max got a ride, so you are vibing while at the store. Ooh. Be careful in that store. People are germy and gross. They're not very sanitary. Oh. Spotify, you okay? It did the ad. It's on an ad, though.
What if there was no galaxy far, far away, and every second didn't count, and she never did let it go, and no one ever did get murdered in this building? Then that would really suck, wouldn't it?
Oh, geez. Thanks, Disney, I think.
Galaxy far, far away, and every second does count, and she did let it go.
And best of all, a whole bunch of people did get murdered in this building.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
And aren't we lucky for that?
Thanks, Disney. I didn't need that commercial, but I appreciate you playing that commercial question mark. Not really, though, because it was slightly scary. I think my playlist is confused. Oh, you sent me a whip on Discord? I must look. I'll have to look on my phone, but I must look. Thank you. I'm glad you're excited, Cree. Yes, I do have a dice roller coming in. Yes, yes. Thank you for bringing it up. All you have to do is type exclamation point roll. And it should roll the dice. Yep. I got a 3 from a D20. Look at me. It's not a critical fail. Look at me not get a critical fail on my first ever roll. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest little potato. I wish I could open it and show chat, but you'll just have to wait. I failed the perception check? Oh. Oops. Well, sorry guys, we all just died. We all got eaten by a gelatinous slime that fell from the ceiling. Surprise! I hope you like the smell of pistachio as we die. So we have our first viewer contributed item by Shay says it's going to be the most adorable little potato, and you're going to see it when we have our first session. Going to eat it up, but not really because it's too cute to eat. Oh my gosh. So we finished doing all of our talkies. No one really had any questions. So we'll go ahead and call for a 15-minute break for realsies. Enjoy the music. Chase rolled an 11 on the D20. They avoided getting consumed completely by the gelatinous slime. I'm sorry, you did lose an arm. You lost your arm. Oh, Ig's got a critical 1, a critical fail. That Billy Luck. Oh, you were the first to be disintegrated by the slime. I'm sorry. You have to roll a new character. I love it. Okay, so we're going to have our BRB. And I'll be back in about 5-ish, 10-ish minutes. I have to swap over to my CSP, which could take a hot minute to load. And while that is loading, I'm going to get myself something to drink because I did not get something to drink for myself, and don't yell at me. Okay, be right back. Let me type that in the chat. I love you, and we will talk again very, very soon. I'm gonna mute. Boop.
Oh, third grade Blaine. So remind me, you're trying to shoot the glyph, is that correct?
Yeah,
With the 3 lines.
with the 3 lines.
Okay. Roll me some damage and see what happens.
Oh, 7.
Kyborg's arrow strikes the glyph, which depresses into the stone floor. The guards stare at the arrow and the glyph with wide eyes. Water floods into this alcove.
What is that?
Who suddenly find themselves the masters of their own destiny. The adventure begins September 9th. Join Geek and Sundry and Realm for Sagas
Woo!
of Sundry
Hello, I
Podcast.
am
Listen
back.
on
Thank
Apple
you for
Podcasts,
waiting.
Spotify,
I
or
had
wherever you
to
get your
finagle a little bit with Spotify and my CSP, so it took a little longer than I anticipated and hoped. But I am here. How are we doing? Did we stretch? Did we get something to drink? What were we up to in this lovely little break that we had?
What lurks in the archives of the Magnus
It's cool you didn't need your arm.
dedicated to researching the esoteric and the weird. Join new head archivist Jonathan Sims as he attempts
So it
to
looks
create a seemingly
like
neglected collection of supernatural
oh,
stories up to date.
Creepy lost their leg. Sorry, Creepy. I hope you didn't need that. You get a cool, like, little peg leg now.
They are unsettled.
Peg leg Creepy.
Together, they begin to form a picture.
Arms and legs are overrated, very much so, especially if you have to draw them.
Something starts to look back.
See, you really excited for this? I have been, I have been stressing and working so hard, so I hope you all enjoy it, and I'm glad you guys are hyped for it, and I hope the next stream rolls a little better than this one. This one did. I fumbled quite a bit, but thank you for hanging in there and remaining hyped. Yes, CSP is opened, so I was going to do either maybe some emotes, because I know you guys enjoy watching me do emotes, and they're pretty easy to do, or I can make a banner, proper banner for my channel. I haven't done it yet. So I am willing and open to suggestions. Creepy, I know you have your beautiful PC character that I can't wait to design with you and add to the campaign. We'll go over races after stream ends, and we'll get your character pulled together. But it will be heavily on my mind, and it's going to be priority until I get that done. It's going to open my big reference of emotes, but I don't see it easily accessible, so I have to go dig for it a little bit. So what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see me try to finagle out a banner, or do you want to laugh at me trying to copy emotes? What would you guys love? Well, guys, gals, and everything in between love to watch. It's a me, yeah.
We just need a
Gustavo.
Little pin that just says it's
Hello everyone, welcome to Little Tales from the Stinky Dragon. It's your stinkiest friends.
It's thinking about it. I have it open and I have it searching, and it's like, no, Mom, I don't want to work today.
Everything we recorded suddenly.
Yeah,
but I had no memory of it before. I was like, we just finished.
Aw, sweet baby. Someone sent me a picture of their kitty.
Leave and grieve, that's right.
Grizzly.
I have time to look at other things while waiting.
What do you think would happen if for this entire session I didn't make Mud push the story forward at any point today?
Oh, we just meander around, Gum would still be in a hole.
Like if Mud just isn't feeling today and just doesn't want to like move us along, I think that's what I'm gonna play with today and see what happens with the rest of the party members.
I got a challenge for people listening right now.
Chris, with authority.
If you're listening right now, while you're
Do a
listening,
backflip.
no, don't want people hurt, except for Kyborg. Fair. Share this podcast on social media with someone. Either send as a message,
Just your grandma,
or post it.
No, just with your grandma.
Let him finish.
with your grandma. And then
Making faces at me.
John's on fire today.
Okay, there it is. I had to wait a hot minute for it to come up.
Look at our link tree and check out the store for our merch and help support us.
How is this this is not a challenge. This is just you like requesting like
Support our show.
Support me. Support me.
If you're this far, give us a little love. Thank you.
I'd rather them go
Rendering. Let's see. Cleaned your hair so you can bleach it. Ooh, nice choices.
Your best emoji
emotes I see. I see 1 vote for emotes. 2 votes for emotes, 1 through 10, 11 through 20 banner. Sure, go for it. We can roll for it. Roll for art.
Anyway, that's all I got.
Anyways, that was a long ad. What are we doing, Gus?
I do think people should share the show, though, at least with one person.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Whether or not your friends like D&D or not, I think they will after this.
Send it to your enemies.
Hey, if you're
I should change the tag too.
Your professor will like it.
Yeah. And make sure
If I can. I don't know if it will let me.
Anything, so they just come in hot.
And then roll for wisdom.
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling.
Okay, but can I...
It's called a dice.
Can I first do the thing from Jurassic Park where I lay on the Triceratops and inhale and while it's breathing?
Like Dr. Grant?
Yeah, like...
Okay, 1 through 5 banners, 6 through 20 emotes. You just skew the odds in your favor. I see what you did there. I see.
I fail that roll every day.
It's a 2, so it's a banner. Your efforts failed.
Yeah. And
It blew up in your face. This is what happens when you try to abuse your powers. Yes, Creepy is just as lucky as Chase is with dice. For those who do not know, Chase does quite a lot of DMing, and we are in a tabletop RPG together, which you've seen me do some character stuff before for it. But every time, Chase either rolls extremely low or extremely high, and it's usually extremely low and critical fails, and it is the funniest thing. I know it's not funny to you, my love, but we enjoy it. We have a good time.
The problem is that you just got to keep going.
So I'm going to change the category of art. Okay, we're doing good.
It's 40 years. And as you try to get your best
Okay, it should be saved. Beautiful.
look around and you see this creature.
Alright, we successfully updated our information. I'm going to try and make a banner because suffering. So I have only ever... Hi, Jax! Welcome in! Good to have you. You just missed the D&D blurb. For those of you joining in, hi, welcome in. My name is Potato. I stream art for my children and also for commission. And now I'm going to be running a D&D campaign on Thursdays, hopefully. It might be every Thursday or every other Thursday. We'll see how it goes.
Kind of similar, yeah. No eyeballs in
I just got done doing session 0 with moderate success, I think. But if you missed it, later on when I finish streaming, I will be putting this stream up in my permanent videos. And I will also be pinning it to the top of the first session chat. So you can go back and look at it whenever you want. It'll be there. It'll be there. It'll be there. It'll be open for the public to see. Today I am going to be continuing on. I will be continuing on by doing art intended for D&D. I was going to do emotes or try to make a banner for Twitch. The majority dice lord spoke and said that we will be working on the banner, so we're going to start there. And I've only ever made one banner by myself, so here's hoping it looks awesome. Okay, let me check on the chat. Yes, the Billy luck remains. Billy is not here, but his luck lingers on. Okay, yeah, Chase is just cursed with dice. Yeah, whenever they play a character too, whenever Chase plays a character or is a DM, their luck is the worst. Okay, enjoy your snow removal, Creepy. Please be safe and warm. Love you. Thank you, Chase, for doing a recap. Tato's going to be doing a campaign of sorts in the Vestia universe. Yes, yes. I did do the intro a little bit ago. But don't worry, it will be up and available for viewing.
You're whispering down to him?
Yeah, whispering down.
So now,
Those of you on the top of the chasm.
now I
you know that
have
if
to
Mud's
make a
whispering,
banner
you're
because
ignoring
it is what the dice decides.
So does he respond? Like, can he?
What do I want on my banner? It's about me. It's a me, a potato. We have to do a potato banner. That was terrible.
More feet than I've ever seen.
I apologize.
And then I landed on a new friend who's breathing and sleeping, and this friend has lots of big other friends.
Don't handcuff that friend. Don't give it the handcuff bracelet, the friend bracelet.
Yeah.
Can you teleport back up here?
No, because it's like, how many of me?
Damn it, he thinks it's too far.
It's like 800 of me.
Maybe if we test. That's the unit of measurement.
Could I maybe like light something and send my mage hand downwards just to see?
Yes, but I believe Mage Hand only has a 30-foot range, but it would give you.
So let us
Yeah, could we try that? Just to
maybe
see,
do an action-y pose
could Bart
for
have torches
this.
on him?
or a torch.
Or a torch of some sort?
What do you surely has a torch in your inventory?
I have a spell that's
Okay,
called
so it's
lightning.
been a hot minute since I've done just regular character art.
I would just light a torch.
I usually have this stuff prepared, and I don't, because I was too nervous. I did a lot of work, and
I got a tinder box.
I was too nervous to keep doing work.
A little animal.
Couldn't I just light a torch?
Would that work, or did you figure out a mage hand
So,
thing that you
from
wanna do?
sketch to finish,
Okay, so you found you
we
have
will
a-
be
I imagine
doing
someone has a torch.
arts.
Oh, I have flaming arrows that you summoned me, but I don't know if that was an hour ago or not. We have a torch.
You all do have.
And we have glowing.
Correct. You were given Sangria Night lanterns before you came down. So
Oh,
you,
I guess I did not put that in my inventory.
So mage hand that sangria drink down.
Delicious.
All right. So you cast Mage Hand and you lower your Sangria Night lantern with the Mage Hand. What's the range on this? 30 feet for Mage Hand?
I believe so, yes.
That was 15.
No, it's got to be farther.
Gonna do my best.
He's not helping.
Sorry,
He's not helping. Chris, I'm
You're
sure-
down there with the beasts.
Yeah,
Silence.
you lower the lantern into the chasm, and it illuminates far enough.
Also, it's important to have references, but I like to do things the hard way. So I will not be using any references, and then Chase can yell at me off screen.
But yeah, I'd say that's a good estimate.
Gently, lovingly yell at me.
Depending
I
on
just
how
like
big
being
the
yelled at
creature
by
is.
Chases.
If the creature, let's say, is like 30 feet tall, he only fell 30 feet onto
Yeah,
it.
I mean it's large. So like in D&D, you know, you think about
Maybe.
the grid, a large
Bring the arm back. I'm bringing the arm back.
creature in D&D.
Maybe it's like one of those things at church camp in the lake where it's a giant burrito filled with air, and then when he landed on it, another person rocketed off into the water.
You did not hear any wee.
Okay,
running into
never
the
mind.
distance.
There goes my theory.
I did say we as I fell.
Doing a lot up first this stream.
So with the lantern thing, does that?
Yeah, from your perspective at the top, you can faintly see Gum Gum lying on something, you know, like I described it to Gum Gum, or to Chris. And you see several other similar creatures all laying down, seemingly asleep on the bottom of the chasm.
Okay.
Let's see.
50 feet of rope.
Maybe I should look up a
we need to
image of what I'm doing instead of blindly guessing.
He does look really peaceful, though, doesn't he?
He does for now.
Hello, that breeze.
He's like their stuffed animal.
I, for one, do not want to see what happens when this whole swarm of Tricera arms wake up.
I mean, I'm sure we want to see it a little bit. I'm sure there's a part of us that's a little curious, right?
Gum Gum, make me a dexterity check.
Check?
Yeah.
Is Bart just into Schadenfreude a lot and just kind of like?
I mean, it's like watching a car crash, you know? Like, it's terrible, but you can't look away.
Oh no.
Oh no, our Gum Gum. He's broken.
Oh, wait. I think I'm a spider right now.
13. 13.
Yeah. The creature you're laying on starts shifting a bit under you, and it rolls over, and you manage to stay on top of it. You kind of clamber around as it's rolling, and it opens its eye, and its pupil turns and looks at you.
Ooh.
Can I
Don't do that. I just remembered I'm a spider.
Okay.
I'd like to.
Maybe
climb
I should
down
do this
and
backwards.
retrieve a Gum Gum.
Okay, you can start climbing down.
Eh.
I started this action, so I'm going to resolve this, and we'll get to you climbing down.
Hi, my name is Gum Gum.
You hear?
Rock Eater confirmed.
And I wave, and then I pet him.
It waves with its arm.
Ooh! And can I
I go and like we touch finger, like I reach, extend my hand.
He wants to ET with this animal.
Yes. Hi. He is Elliot.
I'm gonna lower it. That might be part of my problem is I'm psyching myself out mentally with the anatomy here.
It grabs your hand as well.
And I extend 3 fingers and like to match it.
Okay.
Wow.
It says gum gum.
It knows your name.
Sentience. Gum gum.
And I point to myself.
I'm glad we sent our like simplest man down there to connect with the simple
Probably the
creature.
best to like handle these beasts.
And then so I point to myself and say gum gum, and then I point to my friend and say, huh?
What do you mean you point to your friend?
He's trying to motion
his name.
to get
He
his
says,
name.
I am Gum Gum.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
you
Oops.
are...
Oops.
You hear it say hungry.
Oh, no.
And then it starts like kind of pawing at your pack.
That's a good name, Hungry. What is that, German?
Hi, hungry. I bet you must
Oh
be
gosh,
hungry.
hands, my
bag,
mortal enemy.
Get some.
Hands.
Okay, what do you grab?
I grab 2 things.
He thinks it eats metal.
Oh, because all the metal was gone from all those different places, like the handles from things.
Wow, gum gum, very smart.
And so maybe people were taking that to feed.
Or they were just eating it.
Or they were just eating it.
The whole swarm of them.
I do not.
You gotta have metal. Give him your axe.
No, yeah, I know. I'm about to. I'm gonna give it one of my like hand axe. I give it a hand axe. I hold up my hand axe and then just some rations. They say, food.
With one of its hands, it grabs your hand axe. Then with one of its other hands, it starts grabbing for gold.
You have to go with Goblin here.
Oh, okay. And then I reach and I give it a handful of silver.
You ask it for change?
Okay, yeah, it'll be happy with that. Yeah, it takes the axe and it bites the metal axe head off, and it takes some of the silver that you gave it and shoves it into its mouth.
And I
starts
take
chewing.
my other hand axe and I try, yum, and I try and bite it.
By this point, we'll say Spider Mud comes down as well, and joins us. As you approach Mud, you see Gum Gum with an axe in his mouth.
Ah, this isn't too bad.
Creature that he's on.
Doing okay, doing okay. Let's see.
Mouth and chewing on it.
And none of the other creatures are awake at this point, correct?
No.
Is there anything to be perceived?
Yes, it's an entirely different era to the campaign, so no spoilers for your campaign. For those who don't know, I did mention earlier that Chase's is a D&D and DDM, and she runs her own private campaign set in the exact same world of Vestia. She is doing it in a different time frame than mine is, so there's no worries for any of her D&D buddies who drop in here about being spoiled on their own story in this world. This is going to be a completely different story with the completely different characters. Nobody you know. Not even as a sneaky little cameo. They will not make an appearance for simplicity's sake.
Well, now you're closer, right? With being a spider all the way down there.
Sure.
Maybe your proximity helps you.
We'll see.
Let's call that a nature check.
I give myself. I'm a spider. I can't give myself a buff. Dang it. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. No, I was just for rolling. It's 14.
Let's see, Jax asked, what were we rolling for? We were rolling to decide what I would be drawing. It was either emotes or a banner, and the banner won, so we're doing the banner.
Oh, it's a Reggie rock. Got it.
Once it's done eating and it's
Yeah, you did play yourselves with your bad luck with rigging the odds. That was karma. It was emote art RNG, karma. Chases will yell softly. That's good. You can yell at me all you want. Lurking Hex Bathory, aka Iggs. Yes, enjoy your lurk, my love. Appreciate you being here. Please be safe if you're still out driving around and doing errands and stuff. Definitely prioritize that over the stream.
That's true.
Rocky says, bring Rocky food.
And what do we get in return?
Are you saying that down?
Yeah.
Rocky says, shiny no-nos.
Shiny no-nos.
Can I go up and bring these 2 guys down?
Sure.
Okay. Then do you guys want to come down?
Okay, so the leg.
I think that's the way the story is progressing.
I think the leg's too far out, to be honest.
Then I go up and get them and bring them down, and because I'm a spider and I don't have access to my bags or anything like that. So if you guys want to like,
can I tell them
If you have anything metal, don't bring it.
no, I say
that you don't want to feed.
I think we should feed these things and see if they might.
I'm saying something that you don't.
Yeah.
That you do not want.
I mean, I have all my stuff with me at all times, do we not?
Anything special?
You got any extra metal to feed a
I
Rocky?
mean, I haven't really been using this RAM. Is my RAM metal? My portable RAM?
There would be a wooden handle with a metal head.
Okay. Well, I think this is turning out good.
My RAM?
Yes, dear.
We don't need thieves' tools, right?
You've been using them a ton. Stop that.
Yes, it is.
Rocky, and then touch me. I go, friends.
And I can go forward or backwards with this other arm.
Feed friends.
I offer him 2 metal climbing pythons.
Okay, so at this point, both Bart and Kyborg are down below as well.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, he snatches them and then tosses them into his gaping maw and begins chewing them.
I say, Kyborg.
How does he seem to react after?
Full goblin mode. Here we go.
Content. He doesn't seem to be, aggressive towards you guys or anything. He just seems like he's very relaxed and very chill.
Could I?
I'm wondering if I should put something in his hands.
And I'm gonna obviously direct it in the direction of him.
Yeah, I'm not going to give the usual disclaimer anymore. You always will detect
Yes.
anything on your party.
Yes.
Beyond that, no, you don't sense anything magical within the range of the wand.
Even
and the
though
spell.
he might be an earth elemental.
Not magical though.
Can I talk to Rocky?
Yeah.
My boy Rocky. We've given you some num-nums. Where are these shiny no-nos?
He points up kind of to the northeast and says,
"Shiny no-nos."
Of the 2 paths that we were that you
Good enough for hands, I think.
No, ouchie?
No.
Oh, I hold up my lantern, my Sangria. What is it called again?
Sangria Night.
Sangria Night lantern, and I say, shiny no-nos?
Oh, he grabs the Sangria Night out of it and pops it into his mouth.
Should I put a frog in his hands? Like a giant potato fairy frog? That'd be adorable.
Get a response?
No, he says,
shiny yum yum.
Oh, so there's something else in this cavern that they haven't eaten.
Or that's like bad for them, like kryptonite.
Yeah.
His eye gets a little lower.
Oh, he makes us sleep. And I scratch his belly.
I feel like Gum Gum and Rocky are like OTP right now. Match made in heaven right here.
This looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. Alright, so I'm going to be opening up
Mud starts walking
the... I'll close this for now. We'll go back to it. Let's see. Open.
Following Mud.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
I'll be opening up my references now.
No-nos. Would love to see them.
I just got to find them.
I can't hear you, Gum Gum.
It's just Bart walking along with his bag full of change.
It is.
Kyborg is to Rocky what? Wait, no. Gum Gum is Rocky.
Okay, we'll open this one first. This is art that Creepy Goth 666 made for me for my birthday this year.
Kind of to the northwest.
It's a cute little potato fairy. It's also the one that you see at the bottom of the screen. And now I'm gonna open up another reference that I need.
He kind of stops and there's like a big wall that looks like it's collapsed rock. Kind of
Where did I put him? Because this will be the main character of the story. I don't feel like it's too much of a spoiler because you guys are going to be seeing him pretty soon. It is going to be from my comm sheet.
Then I start moving a rock, and then I gesture for him to help.
Yeah. Make a.
I haven't drawn him properly in a while. So this is a good warm-up since I will be drawing him quite a lot. I won't tell you who he is yet, but there he is. And all of his little goblin self. He's not a goblin though.
You're exerting to roll a digital die.
13 and what was the first one? 16?
So 16. Yeah, Rocky watches you moving a few of the rocks at first, and then he's like, oh, with his 3 arms, he grabs them and very quickly tunnels them all out of the way.
Get him, Rock. And then I go, yay, and then I give him
Yay!
Give him some money.
He's doing extra good. You should give him a crowbar. I'll give him another hand axe.
All right, yeah, he removes the wood from it, tosses it aside, and tosses the metal head of the axe in his mouth.
And then I pat him on the head.
He starts trying to rummage through your bag a little more.
And then I gesture and I tell him to follow.
Oh, no-nos.
I give him 2 more pythons, metal pythons from my bag.
Oh yeah, he's all about that.
But he is he not moving? Like, is he refusing to go forward?
No, he points down the cleared out.
Okay, so we've got our character. I'm going to do a little froggy outline.
Tell him to stay.
Yeah. Rocky, stay.
And I hold up my hand in a stay and say,
Gum
How
gum.
big
and then I just, make
should
a
this
fight,
frog be?
Fight.
Actually.
Tiny no-nos.
Drago.
Gum Gum fight Rocky?
No.
No.
Rocky friend.
Oh, okay.
Rocky friend.
Oh, okay.
Gum gum fight.
Kyborg.
No.
No. Yeah, this thing's big. You don't think you would want to?
I don't want to.
You would want to get in an
Kyborg
altercation with
yum
this.
I just said,
Gum gum.
Oh, your arms.
shut up.
Gum gum. Gum gum. Find hungry.
Okay. Rocky kind of plops down, leans up against the chasm wall, and he closes his eye again.
Do you like chicken wings? What about Kyborg wings?
Stop it, Bart.
We head towards the no-nos.
Okay, so that rock wall crumbled and opened up into a narrow passageway.
I'm not used to drawing frogs, so this will be interesting. Yeah.
Your feet squishing into the muddied floor below. Finally, you enter into a dank, circular stone room with 4 glyphs glowing.
I may have its little arms in the air doing a little Kermit. Yay!
Give us a taste.
You said there was runes in the floor?
That's it, exactly. Yeah, there's 4 runes on the floor.
Can I
So
recognize
I'm gonna put him down just a wee bit. So I felt like he's too high up. My flying frog.
If anyone wants to try to recognize them, go ahead and roll me wisdom checks, please.
I guess we're all doing it.
Bart doesn't have to.
Bart
Wee.
wants to. Bart is wise.
This should be fun, chat. Okay. We got a bad mallard in the chat. No boo.
Oh, the ones that when we pressed them, they did different things in that bubble thing?
Yeah. In the upper
Best
left
viewers
is,
on
where
streamboo.com. Are you going to pay me for these best viewers? I don't think so. If you're not in here to pay me, I don't want anything to do with you unless you're one of my beautiful viewers. So let's see. I actually don't know how to block these things.
So wait, they're on the ground and glowing, but then there is music in the distance.
Channel?
you can hear a melody.
Maybe?
Melody,
Yeah, in
Nope, that's not it.
The 4 quadrants, the 1 zigzag line, the 2 wavy
Oh,
lines.
stream manager. Okay. No, that's not it. That's... Yep, get out of here. Get out of here.
Is there anything I can roll for you to remind me what these were again? Because
I don't know how to do things. Chat.
I am praying to
Help.
the goddess of notes that
Barbara's making her notes face out.
Here we go.
The truth is out. I'm just bumbling my way through things.
We lost air.
The 3 lines with the curves, I think is that.
Okay, that's whispers. That's notifications. Stream manager. Chat.
We did it in, I think, backwards order. We did 4, 3, 2, 1, I think.
But why would they be down here? Those were at the bottom of a lake.
Yes.
Well,
See, it doesn't pop up on the chat.
I think the water one is the least
Activity
scary
feed.
one, so
Nope.
we just tap it really quick to see if it's still active.
We got to level 3 though. Woo! And we hit our sub goal. 10 was just completed. Woo woo. Thank you, creepy.
Before we start pushing buttons.
Could
As much
Mud?
as I like pushing
I just
buttons.
want to make Splash Mountain. All right.
Could Mud cautiously maybe crawl a little bit towards where the melody's coming from?
Since it's dark and the room is circular, it seems like the melody.
Okay, I don't know how to get that off of there. So everyone just ignore that first time chatter that has the ad up. So I don't know how to get rid of it. It's not there.
Yeah, of course.
Perceive if that's a loop.
It's just an illusion of our minds.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I have an idea. That's a 17 plus 320.
Oh, look at you. Good roll. No, it's not an instrument. It sounds like a voice that's singing.
Copy that.
There it is again. Get it.
Alright,
Is it Rocky?
So, group.
Wee.
Rocky called the shiny no-nos, which I would assume...
Little Muppet fingers. Little stick hands.
What do we think our plan of action is in why these are down here and how we're going to use them?
I assume you've
There we go. Perfection.
Bart did.
It needs nothing else. We saved China. We did it, everyone.
Bart, obviously, told us.
Bart remembers and told the group.
I think it's the same puzzle.
try it the opposite way this time, where we go 1, 2, 3, 4?
We should find the match, just like finding a man and a wife in love.
What? I don't know what you're
Gum
talking
doesn't believe in same-sex marriage. I've just realized.
That's
or whatever you are into.
Nice save.
Love is
Boop.
love, is what Gum Gum meant to say.
There was one of the buttons that turned on the bubble.
It was like we had the water in the room, then we pressed another button and it made all the water bubble and disappear.
Hold on, let me pull up Spotify and listen to that episode really quick.
I'm pretty sure when we pressed the button with
Cute
the
little
4
froggy.
quadrants,
do it.
I think that had an opening that had water coming in. So that's the
Okay. I'm not sure how these little frog limbs would work, but there they are. They're little spaghettis. I'm just a Betty spaghetti frog.
Push the one that does the lightning, though.
Wee.
Start with the quadrant.
Let's go for it.
All right, we're gonna press the button with the thing split into 4.
Okay, now we'll start adding details.
Perfect.
All right. Now let's press the one with the 3 lines.
The chamber starts slowly filling up with water from the bottom going to the top.
Now let's press the one with 2 lines.
The chamber starts filling with a rush of air.
Now let's press the lightning.
With a spark of lightning, the room begins to slowly churn, the water turning into murky waves spinning faster and faster and faster until, wash! It feels as if a tidal wave of water washes over you and your feet land on hard stone. It takes a moment for your eyes and ears to
Okay, I can tell I haven't drawn this guy in a while.
You blink your eyes a few times and your surroundings come into focus. A gaunt Mayor Prattle is staring at the 4 of you with wide eyes.
What?
His limbs are chained to the floor.
Oh my interns, how did you... No matter, you've got to hide before...
You look past Prattle and see a cloaked woman with deep black eyes and a marred, pale face.
You intrusive, impertinent, imbecilic little interns. You finally made it here. Welcome to my lair.
You look around, you see you're clearly in Sheer Lake in a vast underwater atrium with transparent walls looking out into the...
A lot of back and forth while I figure this out.
The cage falls from the ceiling with a loud clang. The cage bars ignite with crackling energy and you all feel the air sapped of arcane power.
Get comfortable, for you're about to witness the makings of glory on a global scale.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. One after another, like small windows opening up to varying vistas, a plethora of portals open up all along the bottom of the atrium. As you're taking it all in, you notice that Prattle isn't the only one inside the cage with you. A handful of sheer rays are also chained to the floor, but in the far corner you spot a familiar blotchy-skinned dwarf. He's tugging at his red braided beard and looking up in wonder. Archie?
Yeah, Bubby. Hi.
I was going to
Oh my god.
What's that, dear?
The person we were hearing is Paralyte.
She's the singer? She's the
I
master?
was going to
Is this where you break the episode and we'll have to find out next time? No. Stay psych right now. Okay, I just want to make sure.
A smirk comes across Paralight's marred face.
Jeez, keep going.
As she turns to look at all the murky portals.
Okay, well, you can come back if you remember.
Company of Everguard platoons assembling.
Oh, Butter! Butter, do our stretches.
Bringeth all young gentlefolk to mine yard, and lo, they reply, "'Tis better than thine." Verily,
Tis better than mine. That's a hydration check too. I stretch to the left. I stretch to the right. I do the hokey pokey. And I bring it in tight. Thank you for the redemptions. Let me go ahead and do my sippy sip. Thank you, Snacky, for the redeems. How are you doing? You might swerve bend that corner. Well, oh. Sorry I missed you coming in, and enjoy your work, my love.
Don't take your eyes off of them for a second.
It's always good to have you.
Yes, Paralyte. She exits the chamber and begins making her way across the vast atrium.
You missed me doing my session 0 D&D thing.
Follow on Twitter or Instagram at Stinky Dragon
But that's
Pod.
okay.
Send us
You can watch
yourself,
the
any
recording
merch
later of
that you
it.
may have purchased from us, either our hats.
Right now I'm doing the banner.
got those too.
It's what I'm going to be
social media,
using
hashtag
for
King
my
Dragon Pod.
the top
Maybe
of my
you can get
Twitch.
your D&D party to dress up in merch for your next session and send us a photo of that. I'd love to see that. And if you send us a message on social media, there's a chance you could appear as an NPC in a future episode, just like Rocky, named after at DLG Darkness, or also like Bry the Shirei, named after at Bry Calhoun, which I learned is actually pronounced Bray. It should be Bray the Shirei at Bray Calhoun. Sorry about that, Bray. We'll get that right going forward. And of course, we have people who do VO for some of the different voices in our show. Paralyte is voiced by Hannah McCarthy. Mayor Prattle is voiced by Nick Schwartz, and Archie is voiced by Armando Torres.
This is going to be the main character of the D&D campaign.
Fees that kind of pop up, you know, when you're booking a movie ticket or a flight.
Going to be following his goblin self
like these curveballs off and feel like you're
through the
taking
world.
1 step forward and 2 steps back financially. But a Chime checking account makes financial progress easier with features like no maintenance fees or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, or my favorite feature, which is fee-free overdraft of up to $200. I remember early on in my financial life when I had my first overdraft fee, and it's a wonderful little surprise when you have no money to then owe even more
money
when you have no money. But Chime is here to help you with that. They help you make progress with those fee-free overdrafts of up to $200.
Just doing a clean sketch.
You can learn about all their features,
a messy sketch-ish, actually.
Chime.com/dragon, and you can open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/dragon. I'm gonna say it one more time. That's chime.com/dragon. Chime feels like progress.
Gonna try to be true to the original design. It's been a while since I've actually drawn him.
SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs.
You'll see me go back and forth between the finished one and the current one.
That are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims. Sure, think about a great product, cool brand, brilliant marketing, but an often overlooked secret is actually the business behind the business that makes selling and for shoppers buying simple. And for millions of
Give
businesses,
them some
that
big old
business
ears.
is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet. The
These ears are a little bit too big, I think.
Boost conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web or in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell with Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Allbirds and Skims use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/dragon. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/dragon.
Yeah, I was doing it right. It's like, wait a second, which way does that go?
/dragon.
Oh, now we know. We learn together.
Professional ultra runner from the UK. I love to tackle endurance runs around the world, including a 55-day, 3,064-mile run across the US. So I know a thing or two about performance wear. When it comes to relaxing, I look for something ultra versatile and comfy. The Ponto Performance Jogger from Bury is perfect for all of those things. It's the comfiest jogger I've ever worn. And the Dreamknit fabric is why I'll always reach for them over other joggers. Check them out in the
Okay, I might change his clothes though, because it's nice to give your character nice things like clothing. Break away from the Pokemon standards. Let your character change clothes.
US on orders over $75 and free returns. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms.
What these clothes will look like, I don't know, but we'll get there.
Joe, how are you going to do that?
I also like the idea. She was just like in her lair, and the second we got there, she's like, "All right, see ya." Like, it's just waiting for us to arrive so she can leave.
She's like, oh, they're running a few minutes late.
Yeah.
She's got to send a Slack to her minions if she's gonna be late for her scrum after this.
Yep.
She's really pre-crime in it. That's what she's gonna try to do.
Is this like a Minority Report?
I think so.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, some fantasy wear. What should I put him in?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Should I put him in a nice flowy robe?
No.
A little goblin man's.
Shoot her!
Because then she'd stop your crime before you did it.
23.
Wow. 7.
13.
It's okay. Hey,
9.
D&D garb. Here we go.
Normally this is Bart's bread and butter.
I know. I just.
Let's see. Oh, and enjoy the drawing. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, rolling a 10 out of a D20. Oh, I'm sorry, Snacky. Because I rolled poorly on perception when we introduced the dice. A gelatinous cube fell on the chat. Unfortunately, you have lost an arm and a leg. I am so sorry. Now you have a pirate arm and a pirate leg. Yar. Welcome back, Iggs, for you've returned for a bit before you have to go back out for another errand. Aw, man. I'm sorry that you have to do so much running around, but I appreciate you being here and lurking. Oops, I got a text message from my mom. Let me answer that.
My spider sense says that we should be trying to get to that rune on the floor.
Okay. Mayor Prattle, in a very weak voice, chimes up and says,
Pepperoni pizza for dinner. I haven't had pizza in a hot minute. I hope, I pray it will be pizza for me. If not, it's okay. Oh, well, I'll get over it. Now, let's see. I was looking up for D&D garb to kind of pull inspiration. Maybe do something out of armor.
A while back, I became concerned for my health and started looking for someone to watch over the town if something should happen.
Clothes of mending. That's interesting. Okay, so I don't want anything wintry.
The family business, so to speak.
Yeah, we were there.
We got into a heated argument, and there was an accident in the mines, and, well, you know. Anyway, I'm telling you all this because she needs to be stopped. And though she may not realize it, my daughter inherited a great deal from me, including my condition. I'm allergic to sangrianite. It's slowly been killing me all these years, like a poison.
Prattle reaches for his left hand, pulls a wedding band off his ring finger, and holds it up. Set into the ring is a small fragment of glowing purple rock.
I've held on to this because I knew it was too.
Oh, look at you with your silly dinosaur on your head. I don't think I'll be putting a dinosaur on his head, but thank you for the suggestion. Okay, maybe we'll do a blend of things. I do love clothing and making a blend of clothing. So let's start by giving him a great big scarf.
Do CPR on him.
Bart's gonna invent CPR and do it right now.
Yeah. No, Mayor!
Yeah, do Sarah like a medicine check.
Yeah, do a medicine check. Guys, it's okay. I'm sure Guard Grattle's still out there somewhere.
A 20!
A 20!
A 20!
You manage to catch Mayor Prattle as he collapses to the ground. As his breathing lessens and lessens, you ease his pain with some herbs from your pack and lay his head gently onto a pillow. As he lay in your arms, Mayor Prattle departs this life.
Is anybody going to point out the fact that it's kind of silly that he became a mayor of a town that was based on a mine that was sangrianite? Or is it too soon to be talking about that right now?
Hi, I'm the mayor of Plutonium Town. Come on in.
Well, he probably didn't realize it's like when, humans first discover uranium. You don't necessarily know that it's bad for you without repeated exposure.
I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm a peanut farmer.
So what was in his ring? Was it sangria?
Yeah, sangrianite.
Why did he wear a ring with it?
Can I grab Gum Gum?
Yeah.
Hey, Gum Gum, try and see if your rod can teleport you out of here.
He needs to open his eyes, take his hands out, his face out of his palms.
Gum Gum, look at me, Gum Gum.
Oh, hi.
Trying to figure out how I'd make a scarf work.
It's me, Mud.
It's me, Mud, your friend.
I'm Gum Gum.
Oh, God.
I need you to test this.
No, I go,
Me, Gum Gum.
yes, Gum Gum. And then I point to
Me, not playing this game.
No, you, Mud.
Can I throw him through the bars somehow? No, can you please see if your rod can teleport you out of here?
Okay.
And then
Maybe a close to the body scarf would be better for him.
Don't tell them.
Okay, I mean, yeah, they're watching you, and then you activate your rod?
Yeah.
You activate your rod like you always do, but it just seems to fizzle. It doesn't seem to actually activate.
So magical items, not doable right now.
Can I try shooting an arrow through the bars to see if I can hit one of the guards? Well, why don't we ask him to let us out first?
Can you?
While he's knocking his arrow, take it away, Gum Gum.
Can you let us out, please?
The guard says, "Oh yeah, right away."
Okay, thank you, Steve.
Then he turns and looks at the other guard like, look at this guy. Perlite will kill us.
So can I try shooting the air though?
Yeah.
Seems mean.
You pull out an arrow and knock it, and as you do, the cage that you're in discharges an electric charge.
Perfect.
Shocking all of you.
Yeah.
Ouchies.
I'm guessing we take.
Yeah, you all take
2 points of damage. Just a little shock.
Just a little static, kind of
You
like.
guessed it. 2 points of damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I was joking because I thought.
I mean, I rolled. That's what it ended up on.
I thought it was gonna be like 25 points of damage.
All right, sorry. I wanted to make sure that the gaiety couldn't penetrate them, so it's the best I can do. Sorry.
Can I try to reach through the bars? What happens if I just put one little spider arm towards the openings in the bars?
Yeah, they watch.
Hopefully, he doesn't have to do stealth for anything, because he is not stealthy.
Do I get crackled?
No.
Okay, Mage Hand's magic.
He's too
Is it
loud.
only magic that they could see, or just like it doesn't matter if it's invisible or not?
I'm sorry, Micah just told me. You actually revert back to mud furball form.
Oh, bollocks!
I'd like to imagine as you stuck your spider hand through, like it just started disintegrating away, and you're just like, ah.
So like we can't use any spells or cantrips in here, right?
So far from what you've seen, the immovable rod has not worked, and mud turned back to furball.
Try it.
Also, brute force isn't working, but yeah, go ahead, try it.
Could I try to send my mage hand
I don't know what I'm doing with this, by the way. I'm just seeing what works and what does not work.
To cast Mage Hand.
You're gonna spend the next hour trying to draw this scarf.
Anything that's like heavy enough.
This is our lives now. Just drawing scarves.
Look at old Barty Boy's inventory.
Did your arrows not go through because your arrows aren't magical unless you make them arcane?
The longbow of triumph is magic,
I have a
but
hammer.
it only gives me healing if I've killed someone.
Your portable ram's pretty heavy.
But you fed.
No, I didn't end up fitting.
Yeah, she considered it, but we never actually
you
followed
did.
through.
Okay. Then Bart, try it away.
Can I try to throw my ram onto the glyph?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check. Yeah, we'll call it a dexterity check.
I like these guards just watching us trying to
like monkeys in a cage.
Sweet. 21.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
We take 21 points of damage.
The ram hits the bar of the thing, bounces back into our head.
Bart has 2 black eyes.
And what were you aiming for? Like, what was your goal by tossing the?
You're not trying to hit the glyph with the 3 wavy line or
That's
3
my current hypothesis.
curled lines. Yeah, I'm trying to hit that thing with the 3 curled lines that we see. We don't see any other glyphs, do we? From where we are.
That's all you all were able.
Okay, that's not too bad, I think.
You toss the ram out.
It's vaguely scarf-like. It drapes. It curls.
Close to the glyph, but doesn't quite make it all the way.
Mother.
So we can put
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, this can be magic.
Iggs return. Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah. You have good news? Tell me the good news. Iggs, what's going on? What's the hip hop hops? I need to know. I am a nosy potato. I need to know everything. Every faucet of your kitchens. Tell me all of it.
From the ground, Archie rattles his chains and says, "Hey, little help here, guys."
Oh, should we unchain Archie?
Okay, but could you do some thieves tools?
Yep.
Thankfully, you didn't feed those to Rocky.
Make a perception check, Bart.
Let's see.
You notice one of the
What
guards
now?
is
I gave him a
looking
scarf.
at your ram.
It's very trendy. Trust me, guys.
Putting it in
TM.
his pack.
Can I use sleight of hand to save or to get Archie out?
Yeah, as Kyborg is getting his thieves' tools out, you hear the guard saying, "I always wanted one of these."
20.
Yeah, your check. You mess with the manacles a little bit, and you manage to pop them open, Kyborg.
Archie, why the hell are you here?
Archie rubs his wrists and says,
After we parted ways, I continued my journey to other parts of the world, studying lost cultures and antiquities.
Antiquities.
Underwater civilization that disappeared.
I love
So
antiquities.
naturally, I looked into this mysterious place, only to run into some guards that found me investigating the lake. Next thing I know, they chained me up and threw me in here.
I'm sorry.
It's not so bad. Thank you, Gum Gum.
What were you investigating?
In a roundabout way, I did manage to find these shear rays. You know, they do have a fascinating culture when they're not chained up, of course.
He points at the other shear rays that are in the cage.
Archie, do you have any ideas how we might be able to get out of the cage? They chained you down, so I'm assuming you would try to attempt to get out at some point already.
You know old Archie.
Yeah, I do.
I really don't.
Archie has spent a lot of time. Every time we find Archie, he is in some sort of confinement.
He was in the what's it called?
The ice thing.
Yeah.
He's got a little.
He was iced up.
Yeah.
And then now we found him all chained up. Is Archie
trapped again?
Yeah, is Archie a little bit into that? You know, not yucking anybody's yum, but you into that bondage, Archie?
Oh,
I
jeez.
don't mind it so much.
I think he's always getting into trouble. I think it's.
I'm a little rapscallion.
Yeah.
I'm a bad boy.
Stop it.
Can we get Armando to say that?
Can we get all of this cut?
And Archie
guards have a key to the cage, but I also believe there's some kind of passphrase they use to activate and deactivate the lock. But I'm not sure what it is.
I'm just making this up as I go. I don't even know what I'm doing.
It's like, guards releasing the prisoner say what? Did that work?
I go over to the guards, what the hell? And I say, Smarch is king?
I go up to the cage walls and I go, open. Paralyte is queen.
The guards just kind of look at each other.
Paralyte is the master of all of the universe.
Hi, Infinite Guards. What's your name? Hello, I'm Mud.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to know you guys.
Who are you?
Yeah.
They just look at you and say, our name is Shocky, and they push the button again.
Oh, geez.
And the cage is electrified.
Are they hitting the rune with the 3 lines?
No, probably
they have
with the lightning button.
They have a mechanism in their hands.
Okay.
Everyone takes another 2 points.
Oh, damn it. I have a question. Honestly, what are you going to get out of this, of being her guards in this kind of a world? Like, she's seriously setting up some sort of, like, a military state. As soon as you're not in line with what she wants, she's probably going to turn on you, right?
It's better to be the one holding the club.
Yeah, but you don't get to hold the club forever when you're not the one in charge. Are you the one in charge?
Well, we're going to be making a safer phaser for everyone.
Hope you don't mess up and get Paralyte mad at you.
How?
Through sheer force.
That always works. Have you looked at the history books? It always pans out for forever.
They have different history books, though. Hi, Shockies.
Can I go over to the other people, the ones that are chained up, the she-rays?
There's a few she-rays, including Bry.
Oh, they're
Bry
thirsty.
again?
Yeah, they're parched.
Do we have water? Can I spit on them?
Do we? Why would we know Bry?
Bry was the envoy that you met with in the Dreamery when you went to the Sheer Lakes. Remember, Bry was swimming in the water.
So they don't know us.
They don't know you per se. Because you met them in the Dreamery. But Bry does give you a curious look, Gum Gum, and says, "Have we met?"
I have, yes, met you.
That's one way around
it.
it.
Full stop. Thanks for listening to the episode, everyone.
And then, are you thirsty? I'm Gum Gum.
He says, "No, my name is."
Max said he's absolutely fine with adding you to his Spotify and he's free to set it up tomorrow. Aw, thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Above all, I appreciate you.
Water skins, yeah.
I don't know if I do. Do I?
Yeah, it should be yours.
It's in our inventory.
Love you, boo.
Can we like all dump our water skin out for them?
Or hold it up before we dump it.
Yeah. Bry says,
It's a valiant effort, but that's not enough water for what we would need to escape here.
We gotta hit the button. The button has the 3 lines, which is the water.
You can have the drink if you want, though.
Can I start peeing?
No, put it away.
Roll for pee.
Oh my gosh, what's going on with this podcast?
He did. That's what shocked.
That's what shocks us.
Oh.
I mean,
that was our first 2 damage.
So here's the thing: I still have the old longbow that isn't the longbow of Triumph, and it has non-magic stuff. And your ram went through, so maybe I should switch, go old school.
Do it.
Yeah, hell, whatever.
Just a standard old bow and arrow.
Yeah. So let me switch inventory.
Could I also, before you do that, could I give him Bardic Inspiration?
If that's not magic?
I'm just looking up to see specifically how Bardic Inspiration works.
Is it Arcana?
It doesn't say necessarily.
I think people are just inspired by being around me.
That's the way I'm going to interpret it. That it's not necessarily an arcane ability. That it's your natural charisma that causes the inspiration.
I'm used to it.
It's his smile.
Oh, there once was a boy named Kybor. He's gonna shoot his arrow at the button and not miss. Here he goes, Kybor, here he goes.
That was charming.
All right, I knock an ordinary arrow, to my ordinary bow. No knocking. Now someone's dog is going crazy while listening to this.
He knocked the arrow.
I was worried someone was knocking on the cage. I was like, no.
Everyone's cool with this? Hey, character development. Is everybody cool with this?
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
I know.
And his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh, God, I'm having a heart attack. All right, I keep longbow.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
So that's a 16, but
I don't know. How do we feel this outfit's coming along? I'm just kind of winging it.
So that's a 16 plus 7. So that's a 23. Sorry, I had math.
23.
Oh, 3rd grade Blaine. So remind me, you're trying to shoot the glyph. Is that correct?
Yeah.
With the 3 lines.
With the 3
It
lines.
wouldn't have that overhang here. It would just be clinging.
7.
Kyborg's arrow strikes the glyph, which depresses into the stone floor. The guards stare at the arrow and the glyph with wide eyes. Water floods into this alcove, rising higher and higher. Bry and the other shear rays close their eyes, and their parched scales soak up the refreshing water. With their eyes closed, they start chanting in the rhythm of their breath. Roti-o, jammy, mo, sai, jammy. The rising water ebbs away from you all for a moment, swelling up higher and higher, then it thrashes against
I think
the
it's
cage
coming
walls
along
like a
good.
tidal wave. The iron buckles under the momentous weight, creating an opening from the cage.
Okay, can I also just take shots at the guards?
Yeah, if you wanted to take your other shot or whatever at this point, you could, Kybor.
How are we treating this?
We'll treat this like this was your turn and this is your second attack.
Okay. Well then, I guess I still have the old longbow, so I'll just keep going with that, and I'll take a shot at...
Okay, got another text message. Sorry, I'm a little quiet today. What side?
The one that said his name was Shocky. 19.
Oops. I'm a little late responding. It's been 23 minutes. Oopsie.
Like I said, he's turned around
Sorry.
at the cliff and at the water that was rising in, and the shot catches him by surprise, and he falls to the ground.
Dang.
When a vehicle is certified by Volvo, it's much more than a certified pre-owned. It's certified for that road trip you've been meaning to take.
I think he's looking good.
Certified for your growing
Looking
family.
happy. A happy boy.
Certified for small steps and big leaps.
Snow has been shoveled! Yeah! Shovel that snow! Just for that. Just for that. Just for that, creepy. I'm gonna do a thingamabob, a thingamajig. A whatchamacallit.
Sorry, I'm so powerful.
How high is the water?
At this point, I will say it's like 3 or 4 feet.
Okay. Can I step out of the cage?
Yeah, it's the bars right now sufficiently.
Soon as you asked Iggs, he immediately said yes. Aw, he's such a good boy.
Yeah, me too. Tackle the guard.
He's such a sweet.
The last guard.
Well, he's not a boy anymore. He's a young man.
Big old bear hug, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can we also check, was there anybody else chained to the floor? Because right now they're going to be submerged into water.
Prattle's dead body.
Mayor Prattle was. I don't know if we want to... Do we want to, like, see if he has anything on him that's worthwhile to...
Or did I discern if he had a heartbeat? Because I asked earlier.
No, he does. You did not detect one. Or I should say Bart didn't, because he rolled the 20 on the medicine check. We can deal with that as soon as we deal with Gum Gum giving a hug to the remaining guard.
Also, did anyone pick up the ring?
Mud picks up the ring.
With this ring, I do thee wed.
Go ahead and make your grapple check. Make a strength check opposed by the guard.
John and I just
17.
We did hold
It was
hands.
beautiful.
Mostly we just held fingers.
You rolled a 14. This is with a +4 to counter your check there. 22. Yeah, so you tried
He's a
to
scrawny
grapple
boy,
the
though,
guard.
so he doesn't
I guess,
have a lot of
maybe the
muscle.
sound of his friend falling
Not Max,
caused him to turn
this
around
guy.
in time to see you and managed to escape your bear hug, your tackle. And then while this is going on, Mud picked up the ring.
Yeah.
And then did...
I'm gonna be in trouble when I have to get that frog done.
Bart wants to just check if Mayor Prattle had anything else on him that we might want to take.
Okay, so...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
He's got his wallet. And in his wallet, there's a little, like a small painting of Paraline.
I feel like I don't want it to get lost down here, so I'll take it.
Okay.
Looking at
Steals
my art inspo. For what?
I'm gonna bring it back to the city and put it, display it in
This belongs in a museum.
a museum somewhere.
Turns out Bart is proficient in grave robbing.
Can I take another shot at the other guard that got away from Gum Gum?
Sure, why not?
I'm going to shoot with Longbow Triumph. I switched at this point. Oh, 14.
Maybe I should give him, like, an archer glove or something.
9 points damage.
Yeah, that goes through his throat, and he falls down.
Oh, I get extra
Because technically, he falls in that category.
Bart goes up to him and takes the ram back.
Okay, there you go.
What about the water people shaper?
Bry approaches you all and leads you all to the entrance of the alcove and says, "Stay low and stay quiet. This is the Immersium. It's the central hub of our home." You peer out of the alcove, and before you is a vast spherical atrium. You're on the upper level, and in front of you is a set of stairs leading down to the lower level where the portals and platoons are. The Everguards are currently all facing northward, and you can see and hear Paralyte delivering a rousing speech from an alcove on the far side of the atrium.
Paralyte is overpowering our Diagem core with her pet lightning eel to summon all of these immersed gateways. See the tower above the Everguard platoons? That's the Diagem core.
You lift your gaze above the Everguards, and in the center of the atrium is a towering platform filled with water and a massive eel slithering around, a shining indigo gemstone, sparking it with electricity.
But see the greenish aura surrounding the core? It's a wall of force protecting the core. There's also one protecting the chamber.
This is technically the inside of the arm.
Everyone make a perception check.
Okay. Sounds like range attacks or anything from here is out of the question.
You need to take out the source, you said.
Yeah,
Like the death.
So the
1 in a million.
Great shot, kid. Wait, you said
11.
perception?
Well,
Yeah, perception check for
really more like Return of the Jedi, you know.
8.
7.
You'll find this Diagem core is fully operational.
Out of 10.
Okay, we'll deal with Kyborg and Bart first. Both of you are distracted and find yourself staring at the numerous portals on the lower level. But you do notice they appear to be murky, like they aren't quite open yet. Mud and Gum Gum, you look around and notice there are 3 other alcove chambers on your level. There's a walkway that encircles the edge of the Immersium and leads to all 3 chambers, east, west, and eventually around to the north.
We don't have much time. I would recommend we divide our efforts to maintain covertness and efficiency. A few of my fellow Sheerays and I will sneak around to one side, and the 4 of you should head to the other side. Hopefully between our 2 groups we'll find the source of the force shields. Which way are you going?
Archie, come with us. Where do we go?
I think we're going left.
Archie's kind of hopping around, looking.
More character development, teamwork.
Left?
Left.
Okay, you guys head to the left, we'll head to the right, and we'll meet on the far side.
Bri and the Sheerays head off to the right side.
Before they go, Bart does a bunch of those like baseball hand signals that don't mean anything.
A lot of grabbing your crotch and spitting.
Yeah.
Phew.
Archie's kind of looking around in awe. He's amazed to finally be free and then to be seeing all of this. This is his bread and butter. This is the kind of thing he lives for.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Diagem core. Is that Dia as in holy Dia?
Dia the goddess? It's kind of unclear. There seems to be a fair amount of mystery surrounding the Lord Dia, but all you know is you've never heard of the Dia gems before.
Okay.
I guess Archie would also say that
I don't really have much of a stomach for violence, so I think I'd rather continue my research of this
Yes, dear.
civilization from here. But I'll keep an eye on your
sure.
That's very sweet of you, Archie.
It's the least I can do. You can take care of all that pew stuff.
And just so you know, he didn't have anything on him when I checked.
Oh, geez. This is how our campaign's gonna go, isn't it? You guys are just gonna, like, we didn't take anything, no.
So then we guys...
We didn't loot any bodies. Yes, dear.
And, like, are we in an elevated position?
Can
How
I,
big is this
something?
room?
And what exactly is it that you want?
Position. There's this walkway that goes around the Immersium. You kind of enter from the southern portion of this rather large room. And
You didn't think that far ahead?
How big it is? It might be like 150 feet across in diameter. It's like a big circle. Then
No, you already had milk today.
And then on the northern portion,
Oh, you can have water.
Diagem core is in the middle of everything?
Correct.
Tato, I've been summoned. Yes.
Everguards on the lower level.
Oh, Tato is playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. Yes, yes, I gave you a shout out. Deal with that. Beautiful clothes. Thank you, Chases. Thank you, wifey. Thank you, Jax, for coming in and loving the outfit. You have a fantastic rest of your night. Everyone show some Shakes love. Show Jax some love. I swear I can English. And we'll see you again soon, my dear.
I guess everyone go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh, Cree, you learned a valuable lesson in not bleaching your hair when you're having a flare-up. Aw. Please be careful.
Alright, so we have from best to worst.
Are you okay?
Kyborg with 17, Gum Gum with 7, and Mud with 4. Okay, you all slowly start making your way very quietly to the left side, which is the west side. And as you're doing so, Gum Gum has
You're maybe okay? Am I gonna have to scold you like Snacky?
And the two of them
Like you're Snacky?
As they hit each other, which causes some of the Everguards to turn around and look in your direction. And you see them point in the direction of the origin of the sound, and 2 Everguards slowly start making their way over to where you all are.
I walk over and I slap them and I say, "Get it together, men. Yes, I got this, guys."
Okay, bold. Yeah, make a deception check.
Don't worry, guys. You can rely on old Kyborg. That's a 0.
Oh my god. How'd you get a 0?
A 2, and he's got a -2 on his deception check.
No. That couldn't have gone.
All right, I'm lucky.
Just live with it. I want to see what happens.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, can we create 2 timelines right now just to see what would happen with that 0?
I can assure you combat would start very quickly there.
I'm lucky. I'm gonna roll again.
How many luckies do you have?
3.
Okay, we might need to be using a few of those right now.
2.
I also have a backup if you need something.
You got a 2.
You got a 2. Should I roll another luck?
I'd say yes.
You got another 2?
Wait, can you re-roll multiple times on the same roll with Lucky?
You have 3 luck points per long rest whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, or when an attack roll is made against you. You can spend 1 to roll an additional d20, and you choose which die to use. You can choose to spend luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined.
Yeah, it seems like you can keep going. The wording's a little vague, but it doesn't say you cannot do it multiple times, which means I think you can do it multiple
Could I cast a minor illusion on the opposite side of the guards? It looks like another version of Bart running across the hall.
I like it. Yeah, let's see how his lucky roll pans out. But yeah, that seems like that's totally doable.
All right, here we go. Third roll. That's a 2.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh God.
So wait,
Oops.
you roll a 2 and a 2.
What'd I do? My phone went blip.
But like, that would have been real great for combat.
I was gonna say you might want to save those for.
Save that. It's the 1.
It's the 1.
Save it.
Dookies.
I think we're about to get in combat. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do one more. One more.
No.
Okay.
You don't want to let Bart try?
I mean, at this point.
He said it was like an inevitability that we'd be getting into combat, right?
Duck, 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 duck,
No,
quack,
what I
quack,
said
quack.
was the alternate universe. If we accepted the 0, that would be immediate combat.
I don't know.
Duckies.
You tell me, Barb.
Rebel sent me pictures of duckies.
My minor illusion is enough to distract them, but.
Yeah, the way I'm just so you know, I'm not forgetting about your minor illusion. The way that this flow works is once
I can figure this out. Hands.
then I roll the counter checks for the guards.
Gotcha.
It's possible they could roll lower than 2, and then depending on that, then your minor illusion would kick in.
Okay, so it's up to you.
Do what you want to do, my dude.
I'm gonna roll one more. Lucky.
Do it.
I'm gonna roll it again.
Come on, Lucky.
This obviously has
Come on,
to
nat
work out
20,
better.
20, 20.
8.
That's
All right.
Waste.
Here's an 8.
All right, let's see what they got.
So you get to combine all those numbers, right? So it's 8 plus 2 plus 2.
Still probably not good.
Still a bad check, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, they both rolled not great, but still.
That's okay. I'll be putting a frog in his hands. We'll be fine.
Then, as they start, reaching for their weapons, Bart casts a minor illusion behind them, and you said you wanted it to look like Bart running in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Naked Bart.
Going.
The image can't create sound.
Okay, never mind.
So you
then
can
he's just running.
You can create the image. Okay.
Yes.
Just roll a little check for that.
Bart going, there I am.
I'm
Over there.
I'm invisible.
How good is Bart at throwing his voice?
Yeah, you can do like some kind of ventriloquism. One of the guards turns around and sees Bart and points and starts tapping the shoulder of the other guard, who turns and looks and says, "That's not real." And the guard says, "Come on, we have to go get him." They have a moment where they're trying to convince each other.
As that's going on, could we sneak away from their sight?
Sure, you can give that a shot.
Hands. I may come back for this other hand.
Trying to save spell slots.
As this is going on,
blew through 3 of mine. We're just burning stuff right now is what we're doing. So
as this is going, you can cast Pass Without a Trace as they're trying to deal with that, and then everyone can make another stealth check to try to slink away.
Pass Without a Trace casted. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from mud, masking me and my companions from detection.
I rolled an 8, but plus 10.
10.
18.
Yeah. God, what is my rolls? Get it together.
19. I guess also I'm at advantage. So I have a 20 plus 10, 30 for Bart.
Wow.
Good lord.
21 for... No, 23 for Mud.
Us high rollers, right, Bart?
Oh, yeah. Super stealthy.
Kyber just goes over and just like picks up Bart, like trying to rub him on him to get like his luck.
I got a 19.
Plus 10 for Pass Without a Trace. 29.
These people.
Gum Gum and Bart disappear from this world, never to be seen again.
Can you become too invisible?
When the guards turn back around after dismissing the minor illusion, they no longer see you guys. They kind of look around, investigate for a few seconds, then peel off and head back to where the rest of the formation of Everguards are.
Their animation resets and they go back into their loop.
Yeah. The little exclamation mark above their head disappears.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah.
Even the one that you slapped?
No, I slapped one of you idiots because I was like trying to act like I had it under control, but I don't know. How did that play out? My failure.
Yeah, they swarmed by it. They were at that point. They were beginning to reach for their
Okay,
weapons
I think
when,
I am gonna keep fumbling with the hands eventually.
Mama!
Bobby!
After Donna's turn, can I have my turn again?
Yes, Donna's turn is up. That is correct.
They're gesticulating in a curious way and chanting something over and over. Dux Presidio, Dux Presidio.
This is very similar to those priests.
Yeah, I'll get back to the hand later. I'm like, fingies, fingers, please. Please. Sometimes I get them, sometimes they're just weird sausage noodles, and I dropped my phone. I didn't just drop it, I sent it flying. Oh! Yes, I will go back for it like it owes me money later, but not right now. I'll collect taxes later. Okay, gonna proceed forward with the clothing.
Okay, Mud, you said you're gonna lead.
What do I want to do for the pants? What do you guys want to do for the pants?
All right. Why don't you remind me what that does? Remind everyone who's listening what that does.
Heat metal and it glows red hot. Any creature in contact with it takes 2d8 fire damage, and then until the spell ends, and then also
Give him some thigh-high boots, maybe.
until the spell ends, you can
What kind of boots do I have for him? I have kind of knee highs. I can do thigh highs.
And you want to tell me what the DC on that is?
16.
All right. So 2 Constitution saving
Ooh,
throws.
be all kinds of fashionable over here.
On one of them?
I don't think I can do both.
Okay, if
Oop.
that's the case, I'm just gonna use the first roll.
Oops.
Which
Choose
was
a object.
Okay, so that's an 8. So we'll say it's the first one. Who fails their saving throw
Takes 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage.
And drops that. Cool crossbow.
Ah, my crossbow. My mom gave me that.
Training wheels for archers.
Kyborg, with disdain in your mouth, you get to act first.
Okay, well, shoot the longbow of triumph.
At who?
Let's aim for the dude that just dropped the crossbow first.
Okay.
Maybe I should go for the other guy first. Yeah, I'll go for the other guy that's still holding onto his crossbow.
Okay.
19.
That hits.
All right, doing 8 points of damage.
Okay. The other person with the crossbow turns around when he hears the commotion and immediately gets hit with an arrow. He's still standing.
Then I take my second attack.
Okay.
And I hit him again.
I noticed that a lot of like D&D designs have like a little loincloth, something or other, going across
7 points damage.
Okay.
the groinish area. Excuse me while I stand up. My booty went
But I feel like we got a boss fight coming up and we ain't gonna.
Gotta wiggle my potato booty.
You save your things. These guys are probably.
So then, yeah, I'm good.
That was the party's due.
It's because they don't want to draw that area, I think.
All right, Mud, you're up.
Methinks.
Oh, I get to go again.
Yeah, we'll call it a surprise action. You had it first.
I yell, surprise! Pocket sand.
See that, or they put them in really dark pants so you can't see it.
Who's still holding his crossbow.
Okay.
And I spit on him with poison spray. Actually, it comes out of my hand. Doesn't come out of my mouth.
So it is like pocket sand.
It is like pocket sand. Must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
All right. Again, his.
Okay, we got that.
A 2. He's rolling like Blaine out over here.
Gotta look at thigh-high boots now. Yeehaw.
10 points of poison damage.
And you said the one still holding the crossbow, right?
Yeah. The one who just got hit with 2 arrows.
He turned around, immediately got hit by 2
Maybe
arrows,
I'll do
and then
something
had,
a little
poison sprayed all over
different.
his face.
Maybe.
It's 2d12.
I'm so indecisive.
I'll take the first roll off of this. 8.
This is why I pre-prepare things. That way you guys don't have to listen to me being indecisive.
Clear the poison out of his eyes and his face.
At least my arrows are quick and painless-ish.
It's still probably painful.
Yeah, that'll be our next challenge we'll do.
Which is harder, poison or arrows?
Or an arrow.
Poison or arrows.
Bart.
I would think it'd be poison. It's like arrows, you can just blink. the poison. You have to get medicines.
I'll just use my longsword.
Yeah.
Actually, no, my dagger.
Yeah.
On the one that's getting beat to
pocket dagger.
I think I mentioned it only kind of in passing. Previously, I just want to make sure that it's clear. Like these little alcoves that they're in are filled with water.
Okay. So it can't get close.
You could do that. But
Okay, how are we actually doing for time? We've been streaming for over 2 hours, chat.
Yeah.
So it's like
2 hours. We should probably. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Could I throw my spear at him?
So maybe we should take a BRB.
Hey, 15?
That hits.
Good throw.
Letting me kind of walk around a little bit and stretch. So let me write a message.
So far, the coup de grace is
BRB.
pierces him right through the shins, his weak spot.
I'm gonna say a 10-minute stretch.
And he falls over and floats lifelessly.
That's a good matter.
Does he float just like in the little thing? But does he?
Yeah, kind of like in place. He doesn't like rise, but just kind of like.
Could I get close enough? To
Okay, so for this podcast, I'm gonna.
Anything else, Bart?
And then I want to back up to go back to where my teammates are.
Okay.
Back up so that way I don't miss anything.
Even more money when you have no money, but Chime is here.
Yeah, that's perfect. Right on a commercial. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, lovelies. I'll be right back. Gonna stretch. Get some food, get some water, unshrimp those backs, crack your fingies, but not really because that's painful. All right, and I'll be back soon. Boop.
Dragon. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank NA or Stride Bank NA, members FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs.
This episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon is brought to you by Shopify. When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, sure, think about a great product, cool brand, brilliant marketing, but an often overlooked secret is actually the business behind the business that makes selling and for shoppers buying simple. And for millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret was ShopPay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web or in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell with Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Allbirds and Skims use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/dragon. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/dragon to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/dragon.
I'm William Googe, a viewer, collaborator, and professional ultra runner from the UK. I love to tackle endurance runs around the world, including a 55-day, 3,064-mile run across the US. So I know a thing or two about performance wear. When it comes to relaxing, I look for something ultra versatile and comfy. The Ponto Performance Jogger from Vuori is perfect for all of those things. It's the comfiest jogger I've ever worn. And the Dreamknit fabric is why I'll always reach for them over other joggers. Check them out in the Dreamknit collection by going to vuori.com/William. That's VUORI.com/William, where new customers can receive 20% off their first order. Plus, enjoy free shipping in the US on orders over $75 and free returns. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
So how are you going to do that?
I also like the idea. She was just like in her lair, and the second we got there, she's like, "All right, see ya." Like it's just waiting for us to arrive so she can leave.
She's like, oh, they're running a few minutes late.
Yeah.
She's got to send a Slack to her minions if she's gonna be late for her scrum after this.
Yep.
She's really pre-crime in it. That's what she's gonna try to do.
Is this like a Minority Report?
I think so.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Good movie.
So we're in a cage.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah.
She's gone now at this point. She left.
Oh, can I? Oh, I want to shoot her.
No.
Wait, why would I shoot her? She's bad.
Shoot her.
Because then she'd stop your crime before you did it.
23.
Wow.
7.
13.
It's okay, guys.
9.
I've got it.
Normally, this is Bart's bread and butter.
I know. I've just been rolling low lately.
Yeah. Kyborg and Gum Gum, Both of you are just overwhelmed with a sense of turmoil and instinctively put your head in your hands.
That doesn't sound like us.
Absolutely, that's what the roll says. Bart, to you it appears you're imprisoned in a fairly large iron cage with intertwined bars. It's clearly imbued with some form of anti-magic. You look around at the other prisoners, and once again you see Mayor Prattle, Archie, and a handful of shearrays, including Bry. All of them chained to the floor, but the shearrays look particularly parched and dried out. Mud, with your excellent roll, you gain a little more insight. You're able to look past the cage, and you see you're in some sort of alcove, a recess on the edge of a large atrium. You take a quick look around, you spot a glowing stone glyph on the floor just beyond the 2 Everguards. And you strain your eyes, and you realize that the glyph looks familiar. 3 straight horizontal lines that curl at the end.
My spider sense says that we should be trying to get to that rune on the floor.
Okay. Mayor Prattle, in a very weak voice, chimes up and says,
Interns, I'm sorry for all of this. It's all my fault. I should have come clean from day one with you. The thing is, I'm her... I mean to say, she is my... Look, it's all a bit of a long story, but Paralyte is my child. A while back, I became concerned for my health and started looking for someone to watch over the town if something should happen to me. I met with my daughter down in the Boulderay mines and tried to convince her to take over the family business, so to speak.
Yeah, we were there.
We got into a heated argument, and there was an accident in the mines, and, well, you know. Anyway, I'm telling you all this because she needs to be stopped. And though she may not realize it, my daughter inherited a great deal from me, including my condition. I'm allergic to sangrianite. It's slowly been killing me all these years, like a poison.
Prattle reaches for his left hand, pulls a wedding band off his ring finger, and holds it up. Set into the ring is a small fragment of glowing purple rock.
I've held on to this because I knew it was too late for me. But it's not too late for you, for Phasa. This is my daughter's weakness. This is Paralyte's poison.
Prattle collapses to the ground, limp and lifeless.
No!
The ring falls from his hand to the ground with a small clink.
Could Bart try to do CPR on him?
Bart's gonna invent CPR and do it right now?
Yeah. No, Mayor!
Do, is there like a medicine? Do a medicine check.
Guys, it's okay. I'm sure Guard Grattle's still out there somewhere.
A 20!
A 20!
A 20!
You manage to catch Mayor Prattle as he collapses to the ground. As his breathing lessens and lessens, you ease his pain with some herbs from your pack and lay his head gently onto a pillow. As he lay in your arms, Mayor Prattle departs this life.
Is anybody going to point out the fact that it's kind of silly that he became a mayor of a town that was based on a mine that was sangrianite? Or is it too soon to be talking about that right now?
Hi, I'm the mayor of Plutonium Town. Come on in.
Well, he probably didn't realize it. It's like when, humans first discover uranium. You don't necessarily know that it's bad for you without repeated exposure.
I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm a peanut farmer.
So what was in his ring? Was it sangrianite?
Yeah, sangrianite.
Why did he wear a ring with it?
Can I grab Gum Gum?
Yeah.
Hey, Gum Gum, try and see if your rod can teleport you out of here.
He needs to open his eyes, take his face out of his palms.
Gum Gum, look at me, Gum Gum.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Gum Gum.
Hi.
How you doing?
It's me, Mud.
It's me, Mud, your friend.
I'm Gum Gum.
Oh, God.
I need you to test this.
No, I go, me, Gum Gum.
Yes, Gum Gum.
And then I point to...
Me not playing this game.
No, you Mud.
Can I throw him through the bar somehow? No, can you please see if your rod can teleport you out of here?
Okay. And then I get my rod and I go to the guards and I go, I'm gonna teleport now. Bye-bye.
Don't tell them.
Okay, I mean, they're watching you, and then you activate your rod?
Yeah.
You activate your rod like you always do, but it just seems to fizzle. It doesn't seem to actually activate.
So magical items, not doable right now.
Can I try shooting an arrow through the bars to see if I can hit one of the guards?
Well, why don't we ask him to let us out first? Can you?
While he's knocking his arrow, take it away, Gum Gum.
Can you let us out, please?
The guard says, "Oh yeah, right away."
Okay, thank you, Steve.
Then he turns and looks at the other guard like, look at this guy. Paralyte will kill us.
So can I try shooting the air though?
Yeah. you pull out an arrow and knock it, and as you do, the cage that you're in discharges an electric charge.
Perfect.
Shocking all of you.
Yeah.
Ouchies. I'm guessing we take
Yeah, you all take...
2 points of damage. Just a little shock.
Just a little static. Kind of
You
like...
guessed it! 2 points of damage!
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit that thing with the 3 curled lines that we see. We don't see any other glyphs, do we, from where we are?
That's all.
Okay, I am back. Thank you so much for being patient while waiting. How are we doing, chat? Are we doing okay?
Close to the glyph, but doesn't quite make it all the way.
Mother.
So we can put things through it then?
Yeah, just can't be magic.
Okay.
What if I blow real hard?
A 35-pound object.
Yeah, from how many feet away too?
What if we try a little diplomacy?
What if we just yell at everyone who's outside the cage and they get so scared that they back up and then kick the ram over?
From
Back.
Archie rattles his chains and says, "Hey, little help here."
Okay, so we already listened through this.
Okay, but could you do some thieves tools?
Yep.
Thankfully, you didn't feed those to Rocky.
Thank you, Gum Gum.
The ice thing.
Yeah.
He's got a little. He was iced up.
Yeah.
And then now we found him all chained up. Is Archie
trapped again?
Yeah. You know, no.
Button again.
Ouchie.
And
Yes, met you.
Okay, this is good enough. Okay. I hope we all got nice little drinks and had a nice little break.
He's gonna shoot his arrow at the button and not miss. Here he goes.
There is a buggy flying around me and I don't appreciate it.
All right.
Very rude buggy.
An ordinary arrow to my ordinary bow. No knocking. Now someone's dog is going crazy while listening to this.
He knocked the arrow.
I was worried someone was knocking on the cage. Like, no.
Everyone's cool with this? Hey, character development. Is everybody cool with this?
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
I know.
And his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh, God, I'm having a heart attack. All right, I shoot the longbow.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
So that's a 16, but then I also get Bardic Inspiration, which is an additional, what?
D8.
So that's a 16 plus 7. So that's a 23. Sorry, I'm math.
23.
Oh, 3rd grade Blaine. So remind me, you're trying to shoot the glyph, is that correct?
Yeah.
With the 3 lines.
With the 3 lines.
Okay. Roll me some damage. Let's see what happens.
7.
Kyborg's arrow strikes the glyph, which depresses into the stone floor. The guards stare at the arrow and the glyph with wide eyes. Water floods into this alcove, rising higher and higher. Bri and the other shear rays close their eyes, and their parched scales soak up the refreshing water. With their eyes closed, they start chanting in the rhythm of their breath.
Roti-o, Jemmy, mo, sai, Jemmy.
The rising water ebbs away from you all for a moment, swelling up higher and higher, then it thrashes against the cage bars like a tidal wave.
Yes.
The iron buckles under the momentous weight created from the cage.
Okay, can I also just take shots at the guards?
Yeah, if you wanted to take your other shot or whatever at this point, you could, Kyborg.
How are we treating this?
We'll treat this like this was your turn and this is your
It
second
looked good in theory, but now I'm questioning my
So
choices.
I'll just keep going with that, and I'll take a shot.
I'm questioning all my choices.
Shocky.
Yeah,
You should know his name.
Which one? They're both named Shocky.
The one that said his name was Shocky. 19.
Yeah, that's a hit.
We got Shocky, Droppy, and Rolly.
All right, and then that is 10 points of damage.
Like I said, he's turned around looking at the glyph and at the water that was rising in, and the shot catches him by surprise, and he falls to the ground.
Dang.
Okay, so got that.
When a vehicle is certified by Volvo, it's
This is why
much more
everyone
than a
gets
certified
legs out of wood and hooks for hands, because I cannot mentally math some of this stuff sometimes. It's like,
Volvo hopes you enjoy every moment and are confident in the certified by Volvo vehicle you've trusted
maybe,
to take you there.
maybe it'll
Contact your Volvo
look
retailer
nice, but
today.
most of the time it's like, yeah, I slightly regret my choices that led me to this moment.
Sorry, I'm so powerful. How high is the water?
At this point, I will say it's like 3 or 4 feet deep.
Okay. Can I step out of the cage?
Yeah, it's the bars right now sufficiently bent for you guys to squeeze out.
I
Squeeze
also
your way
step
through.
out. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Tackle the guard, the last guard.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would be giving him like a big old bear hug, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can we also check? Was there anybody else chained to the floor? Because right now they're going to be submerged into water.
Prattle's dead body.
Mayor Prattle was. I don't know if we want to. Do we want to like see if he has anything on him that's worthwhile?
Oh, they're gonna loot the body.
Did I discern if he had a heartbeat? Because I asked earlier.
No, he does. You did not detect one.
I
or
neglected
actually,
to make a joke about looting that body.
On the medicine check. We can deal with that as soon as we deal with Gum Gum giving a hug to the remaining guard.
Also, did anyone pick up the ring?
Mud picks up the ring.
With this ring, I do thee wed.
Go ahead and make your like grapple check. Make a strength check opposed by the guard.
John, I just
17. We did.
Da 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 da. I cannot art.
You rolled a 14. This is with a +4 to counter your check there. 22. Yeah, so you try to grab onto the guard. I guess like maybe the sound of his friend falling caused him to turn around just in time to see you and manage to escape your bear hug, your tackle. And then while this is going on, Mud picked up the ring.
Yeah.
And then did Bart and Kyborg say they were doing something else?
Bart wants to just check if Mayor Prattle had anything else on him that we might want to take.
Let me double.
And as he's doing it, he's going, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry."
He's got his wallet, and in his wallet there's a little like a small painting of Paralyte.
I feel like I don't want it to get lost down here, so I'll take it.
Okay. Bart steals from Mayor Prattle's corpse.
I'm gonna bring it back to the city and put it, display it in.
This belongs in a museum.
In a museum somewhere.
Turns out Bart is proficient in grave robbing.
Can I take another shot at the other guard that got away from Gum Gum?
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna shoot with Longbow Triumph. I switched at this point. Oh, 14.
Yeah.
It's good enough, chat. Oh, we did good enough. Yay.
That goes through his throat, and he falls down.
Oh, I get extra temp HP now.
I finally got my portable ram.
Bart goes up to him and takes the ram back.
Okay. There you go.
What about the water people shaper?
Bry approaches you all and leads you all to the entrance of the alcove and says,
Stay low and stay quiet. This is the Immersium. It's the central hub of our home.
You peer out of the alcove, and before you is a vast spherical atrium. You're on the upper level, and in front of you is a set of stairs leading down to the lower level where the portals and platoons are. The Everguards are currently all facing northward, and you can see and hear Paralyte delivering a rousing speech from an alcove on the far side of the atrium.
Paralyte is overpowering our Diagem core with her pet lightning eel to summon all of these immersed gateways. See the tower above the Everguard platoons? That's the Diagem core.
You lift your gaze above the Everguards, and in the center of the atrium is a towering platform filled with water and a massive eel slithering.
Okay. So I don't fully regret my life choices, but I still regret. I fully regret. Just not doing what I already had for his design.
Everyone make a perception check.
Okay, so he doesn't actually have a super long tail.
Out of the question.
You need to take out the source, you said.
Yeah,
Like the Death Star.
Very
So much
good,
to
Gum
write
Gum.
down.
1 in a million.
Great shot, kid. What, you said perception?
Well,
Yeah, perception check first.
I may have to create a new layer for his tail just to make sure I get the curve right. Using the handy dandy cheating tool, the curve tool, my favorite tool.
We'll deal with Kyborg and Bart first. Both of you are distracted and find yourself staring at the numerous portals on the lower level. But you do notice they appear to be murky, like they aren't quite open yet. Mud and Gum Gum.
Oops.
You look around and notice there are 3 other alcove chambers on your level. There's a walkway that encircles the edge of the Immersium and leads to all 3 chambers, east, west, and eventually around to the north.
We don't have much time. I would recommend we divide our efforts to maintain covertness and efficiency. A few of my fellow Sheerays and I will sneak around to one side, and the 4 of you should head to the other side.
I did all that just to erase it.
Find the source of the force shields. Which way are you going?
Isn't that the way it goes, though?
Where do we go?
I think we're going left.
Archie's kind of hopping around, looking.
More character development, teamwork.
Left?
Left.
Okay, you guys head to the left, we'll head to the right, and we'll meet on the far side.
Bry and the Sheerays head off to the right side.
Before they go, Bart does a bunch of those like baseball hand signals.
Yeah, this
A lot of grabbing
one.
your crotch and spitting.
Yeah.
Archie's kind of looking around in awe. He's amazed to finally be free, and then to be seeing all of this. This is his bread and butter. This is the kind of thing he lives for.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Diagem core. Is that Dia as in holy Dia?
Dia the goddess? It's kind of unclear. There seems to be a fair amount of mystery surrounding the Lord Daya, but all you know is you've never heard of the Daya gems before.
Okay.
I guess Archie would also say that
I don't really have much of a stomach for violence, so I think I'd rather continue my research of this civilization from here. But I'll keep an eye on Mayor Prattle's body.
That's very sweet of you, Archie.
It's the least I can do. You can take care of all that pew-pew stuff.
And just so you know, he didn't have anything on him when I checked.
Plausible disclaimer.
Don't worry about it. I get why you did it. Very noble.
So then I guess we go left.
So yeah, you guys go left.
And like, are we in an elevated position? And how big is this room? This like,
yeah, you are in an elevated position.
Okay, so I think it's good.
Museum. You kind of enter from
Except for the thingies.
Portion of this rather large room. And to answer your question about how big it is, it might be like 150 feet across in diameter.
Okay.
It's like a big circle. Then the eastern and western portions, there's smaller alcoves, and then on the northern portion, there's another alcove.
And this diet.
And then I have to figure out how to draw a frog.
Correct.
Oh, please.
See, like I said, there
All
are
these.
quite a few Everguards on the lower level, and they all seem to be facing to that northern chamber where Paralyte is giving us
The froggin.
So
okay.
Hello,
Hello, friend. You beautiful monster. Welcome in. Who was that?
Okay,
it was Bears. Yeah? Hi, Bears. Welcome in. Good to see you. Are you taking care of yourself? Okay, Iggs is hanging in there. Gotta return. Run an errand. Have a good trip. Please be safe by all means. But how are you doing today, Bears? Are you taking care of yourself? You had a really exciting subathon. Cree, would you mind giving a shout out to Bears, please?
Gum with 7 and Mud with 4. Okay, you all slowly start making your way very quietly to the left side, which is the west side. And as you're doing so, Gum has his cloak over him to try to hide, and he bumps straight into Mud. And the two of them let out a go as they hit each other, which causes some of the Everguards
so we're going to be
in
drawing a frog.
You see them point in the direction that
like an actual potato fairy frog.
I walk over and I slap them.
So I'm not quite sure limbs. I'm gonna do a quick search.
Bold. Yeah, make a deception check.
Don't worry, guys. You can rely on old.
Also, I haven't done my intro in a while. Hi, welcome in if you're new here. My name is Potato, Mini Potato. I like to draw art for my kids and also for commissions. So this stream is indeed a PG-13 stream. Today I'm working on making a banner for myself, a proper banner for myself. Earlier today I did a D&D Session 0 where I introduced the world that I'm going to be DMing every Thursday or every other Thursday. We'll see how it goes because I know some people are busy on Thursdays, but we'll see. Let's see. Bears is, yeah, doing good, okay? Just woke up. You're tired, but okay. I hope you had a good nap.
On the same roll with Lucky,
You have 3 luck points per long rest whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, or when an attack roll is made against you. You can spend 1 to roll an additional d20 and you choose which die to use. You can choose to spend luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined.
yeah, it seems like you can keep
Hey,
going.
frog.
The wording's a little vague, but it doesn't say you cannot do it multiple times, which means I think you can do it multiple
Could I cast a minor illusion on the opposite side of the
Flying frog?
guards? It
What
looks
would
like
that
another
be?
version of Bart running across the hall.
I think I can get the general idea of the anatomy. It's just the
But yeah, that seems like
the limbs
All right, here we go.
noodling.
That's a 2. Jesus. Wow. So wait.
Found out there's a rainforest flying frog, which is pretty neat.
I do, but like, that would have been real great for combat.
I was gonna say you might want to save those for.
Save that. It's
Yeah,
the one.
it's the one.
Save it.
Let's see.
I think we're about to get in combat.
I have to decide how cartoony I want to be with this.
You don't want to let Bart try?
I mean, at this point.
He said it was like an inevitability that we'd be getting into combat, right?
No, what I said was if the alternate universe, if we accepted the 0, that would be immediate combat.
I don't know.
You're gonna
Barb,
spend it?
you tell me. You tell me, Barb.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if this my minor illusion is enough to
So,
distract them, but
Yeah,
the
way I
potato
ended up
fairy
just so you know,
is
thinking about
fairly
it, was the
chunky.
way that
And that's A-okay.
Once he says that he's okay with the 2 he's going to reroll, then I roll the counter checks for the guards.
Gotcha.
It's possible they could roll lower than 2. And then depending on that, then your minor illusion
pretty.
would kick in.
Okay, so it's up to you.
Do what you want to do, my dude.
I'm gonna roll one more. Lucky.
Do it.
I'm gonna roll it again.
Come on, lucky.
This obviously has
Come on,
to work
nat 20,
out better.
20, 20.
8.
That's
All
good.
right.
Waste.
Here's an 8.
All right, let's see what they got.
So you get to combine all those numbers, right? So it's 8 plus 2 plus 2.
Going to lower this a little bit more.
Bad check, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, they both rolled not great, but still good enough.
That's impressively bad.
Okay, I will lower.
As they start, reaching for their weapons, Bart casts a minor illusion behind them, and you said you wanted it to look like Bart running in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Naked Bart.
Going.
The image can't create sound.
Okay, never mind.
So you
then
can
he's just running.
You can create the image. Okay.
Yes.
Just roll a little check for that.
Bart going, there I am.
I'm
Over there.
I'm invisible.
How good is Bart at throwing his voice?
Yeah, you can do like some kind of ventriloquism. One of the guards turns around and sees Bart and points and starts tapping the shoulder of the other guard, who turns and looks and says, "That's not real." And the guard says, "Come on, we have to go get him." They have a moment where they're trying to convince each other.
As that's going on, could we sneak away from their sight?
Sure, you can give that a shot.
To assist.
I'm going to do my best here, guys. I've never drawn a flying, flopping frog. This should be interesting and fun.
Stuff right now is what we're doing. So
as this is going, you can cast Pass Without a Trace as they're trying to deal with that.
I feel like I'm bending the arms too far back.
Pass without a trace casted. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from mud, masking me and my companions from detection.
I rolled an 8, but plus 10.
10.
It's 18.
Yeah. God, what is my rolls? Get it together.
19. I guess also I'm at advantage. So I have a 20 plus 10, 30 for Bart.
Wow.
Good lord. 21 for... No, 23 for Mud.
Us high rollers, right, Bart?
Oh yeah, super stealthy.
Kyber just goes over and just like picks up Bart, like trying to rub him on him to get like his luck.
I got an
Plus 10 for Pass Without a Trace. 29. Yeah. Gum Gum and Bart disappear from this world, never to be seen again.
Can you become too invisible?
When the guards
Don't mind me, I'm trying to figure out frog.
The minor illusion, they no longer see you guys.
A little quiet while I
investigate for a few seconds, then peel off and head back to where the rest of the formation of Everguards are.
Their animation resets and they go back into their loop.
Yeah. The little exclamation mark above their head disappears.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah.
Even the one that you slapped.
No, I slapped one of you idiots because I was like trying to act like I had it under control, but I don't know. How did that play out? My failure.
Yeah, they just weren't buying it. They were at that point. They were beginning to reach for their weapons when the minor illusion caught their eye.
We proceed to the left.
As you near the chamber, you get a better look inside. The alcove is indeed
buffering. Excuse me while I buffer.
With a few crates. 2 Everguards armed with unusual crossbows are guarding a robed figure glowing green. They're gesticulating in a curious way and chanting something over and over. Dux Presidio, Dux Presidio.
This is very
Wait, do potato fairy frogs have 3 toes or 4 toes? Floppy frog. That's right. Flop, 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 flop. Kiro, Kiro. Get a freebie for you guys today because you're awesome. You've hung in there with me for 3 hours. That's so cool. Now I have to see if potato fairy frogs have 3 toes or 4 toes. I think they have 4, don't they? Potato fairy frogs.
Thank you. Okay, Mud, you said you're going to lead off by casting...
Images. They're so cute, though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so plump and cute. I love them. Bloop, bloop, bloop. They have 4 toes, yes. They have 4 very thin toes. Okay.
Any creature in contact with it takes 2d8 fire damage, and then until the spell ends, and then also must do a save. Until the spell ends, you can use bonus action each of the subsequent turns to cause this damage again. Creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw. There it is, or drop the object.
And
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I want to sit there and cry from how cute they are.
I'm only casting on one of them.
Oh, they said both. On one of them?
I don't think I can do both.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm just gonna use the first roll, which
Choose
was
a object.
Okay, so that's an 8. So we'll say it's the first one. Who fails their saving throw
takes 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage.
And drops that cool crossbow.
crossbow. My mom gave me that.
Training wheels for archers.
Kyborg, with disdain in your mouth, you get to act first.
Okay, well, shoot the
I hope this isn't
At who?
the potato fairy frog justice.
Okay.
Maybe I should go for the other guy first. Yeah, I'll go for the other guy that's still holding on to his
Okay.
crossbow. 19.
That hits.
All right, doing 8 points of damage.
Okay. The other person with the crossbow turns around when he hears the commotion and immediately gets hit with an arrow. He's still standing.
Then I take my second attack.
Okay.
And I hit him again. Try. 15.
That hits.
Okay, that fingy is a little bit too long, but it's okay.
Takes another arrow, still standing.
Like Elton John.
He's still standing.
Yeah, I have action surge, but I feel like we got a boss fight coming up, and we ain't gonna take any rest.
Save it. You have no luck. You save your things. These guys are probably.
So then, yeah, I'm good.
And that was the party's doom. No. All right, Mud, you're up.
Oh, I get to go again.
Yeah, we'll call it a surprise action. You had it first.
I yell, surprise! Pocket sand.
Shasha!
I go to the guy on the right who's still holding his crossbow.
Okay.
And I spit on him with poison spray.
Oh.
Actually, it comes out of my hand. Doesn't come out of my mouth.
So it is like pocket sand.
It is like pocket sand. Must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
This is a big old
1d8
potato, but that's okay. We love big old potatoes.
See what this is. A 2. He's rolling like Blaine out over here.
Potatoes make the world go round, don't you know?
And he takes 10 points of poison damage.
And you said the one still holding the crossbow, right?
Yeah. The one who just got hit with 2 arrows.
These are so cute.
He turned around, immediately got hit by 2 arrows, and then had poison sprayed all over his face.
Never mind. It's 2d12.
Oh, Jesus.
I missed it. I'll take the first roll off of this. 8, so 8 more. 18.
Another 8. All right. Yeah, he's reeling. He does not look like he's in good shape at all. He's like spitting up and trying to clear the poison out of his eyes and his face.
At least my arrows are quick and painless-ish.
It's still probably painful.
Yeah.
That'll be our next challenge we'll do.
Which is harder, poison or arrows?
Or an arrow in you.
So that's Mud. Bart.
Gosh.
Get him. Get him.
I don't know what to do, because a lot of my things are area of effect, and I don't know if I want to...
Hit him. Smack him.
I'll just use my longsword.
Yeah.
Actually, no, my dagger.
Yeah.
On the one that's getting beat to...
Pocket dagger.
I think I mentioned it only kind of in passing. Previously, I just want to make sure that it's clear. Like, these little alcoves that they're in are filled with water.
Okay. So it can't get close?
You could do that, but you'd be going into the water in order to do that.
How deep is the water?
It fills the alcove, yeah.
So it's like they're a magic barrier that's holding the water back?
It just seems to be stopped.
So something is holding the water back.
Yes.
Could I...
They have small mouths, so let me fix that mouth. I feel like I'm putting way too much detail in the sketch.
Yeah. 15?
That hits.
Good tro.
Doing 2 points of damage.
Yeah, it counts.
Which is enough. He's been he's been thoroughly throttled so far. The coup de grace is a spear from Bart, which pierces him right through the shins, his weak spot.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
Enough to kill him.
And
Poison
he
spear.
falls over and floats lifelessly.
That's a good right there.
Does he float just like in the little thing? But
Just,
does he?
Yeah, kind of like in place. He doesn't like rise, but just kind of like.
Could I get close enough to pull the spear back out?
Sure, why not?
My spear.
Okay, now I gotta give him
And then I want
a
to
big round body.
Go back to where my teammates are.
Okay. All right, well, it's
Unarmed.
The uncrossbowed fighter, I guess you would say, who's there. He can't use his crossbow.
You could. You just take more damage.
Ow.
He pulls out a spear and closes the distance.
Okay, let me check on you, chat. How we doing? How we doing? They have 4, but one is in a thumb-like position. Ooh, they're African rain frogs. So cute, so angy. I know they are.
He tries to use it as a melee
I love
weapon.
them. They have little potato fairy bums.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Little booties.
I'm not invisible anymore.
But I'm naked.
I swear, every time an enemy rolls to see who they're going to attack, they always go after Bart. Like, I feel like
It's because I'm so handsome that they're distracted by me.
AC 14.
Mine is 15.
Oh, that's a miss.
Yeah.
Wait, he retracts his spear and stabs it at Bart one more time.
One more time!
One more time.
Could I dodge a little bit so that if he does hit me, it doesn't
Those
hit my,
nerds.
bad
I love it.
buttons?
Well, luckily you dodge enough that he entirely misses you. He hits an AC 10.
That's what I do as he misses me with his spear.
Oh, that DDR paid off.
He shakes his fist and curses at you.
Dungeons and Dragons and
Dance Dance Revolution.
reggae.
Gum Gum, it's your turn.
DNR.
Yeah.
I want to run up and like
Drop it, or the Gum Gum, the mighty flower wizard, will destroy you.
and try and intimidate him to give up.
Okay, make an intimidation roll.
Chris is looking at his phone like a grandma is trying to find a picture of her grandkid. I know it's here somewhere.
It's in the Photos app.
See how cute he is.
Intimidation. That's 10.
No, he's standing his ground.
Okay, then I swing my axe at him.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. When your only tool is an axe, every problem looks like an Everguard. Well, you want to roll an attack roll before you roll damage.
Preemptive.
We'll just use that roll. If you hit.
25.
Okay, that hits. So you connect with your great axe, doing 11 points of damage. He stares at you defiantly.
And then I swing again.
Oh no!
Who gets hit by an axe and goes,
16.
That hits.
Hell yeah.
11.
Now he stares at you with cold dead eyes. He falls to the ground, unmoving.
And then I take my
They have little dinosaur toes. Oh.
I warned you.
Okay.
This entire stream will be just me dedicated to gushing about Potato Fairy froggies. Because you're so chunky and cute and sweet.
So we're looking now.
Look at the froggy. Look at the froggy.
I'm looking at the froggy.
That's not heck out.
It's a cute froggy.
Thank you, mister. You understand me.
The cloak drops. It's a giant worm.
It's Bart. It's the minor illusion I cast earlier.
How did he get him?
He's wearing a cloak. He's become sentient.
The creature who's cloaked points a finger at Gum Gum.
Hi.
And magic missiles leap forth,
I cast magic missile.
racing towards.
Oops. Oops. It exited out of my CSV. Hopefully nothing, okay, it didn't close. It just tabbed over. For reasons unknown to myself.
about 20 minutes.
This has been
I put way too much effort into this. But it's cute, right?
18 points of damage.
18?
18 points of damage.
You got some boo-boos.
I guess I should have raged.
Magic boo-boos. Don't know if this would have blocked rage.
No,
magic.
no.
I think he's too big.
The figure continues with its chant.
The potato fairy is too big. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller. Enchanted potato fairy.
It's the only thing he can do.
It's a 24.
That hits easily.
9 points of damage.
He takes 9 points of damage. He's
Baby.
obviously standing. Not enough to drop him.
Okay, here's the thing. Flashback.
Oh, delicious. Thank you. All right, so we had a catastrophe. So I will have to hit the BRB real quick.
But you don't know what these special arrows
I have
do.
no idea what these special arrows do.
Okay, and you fire it. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
I have to clean something up. It shouldn't take me but like 3 or 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Yes, hello to the littlest Mr. Tater Tot. Yes, that was my son. I will be right back, chat. I'm just gonna leave it at clean.
Out of it into the figure.
Alright, come on.
It stops. It doesn't seem to have any further effect, but the figure kind of stumbles a little bit.
I
And it
know,
seems like
I
his
know. I
concentration
heard you the
lapses for a
first
second,
time.
which causes the force shield in front of Paralyte's chamber to begin powering down.
Oh, dang.
As the force shield powers down before her, the crowd of Everguards begins to murmur with unease. Paralyte's deep black eyes glare with disgust at you all. Then she turns back to the troops.
Fear not, my Everguards. We press on in the face of adversity, for we are the champions of Phasa, and we will be victorious.
The whole host of Everguards roars with shouts of acclaim and the pounding of armor. You feel the atrium itself vibrating from the deafening clamor. Paralyte holds up a gloved hand pointing in your direction.
Everguards, it's time to end the infinite interns once and for all. Attack!
A horde of Everguards starts charging straight toward you. Find out what happens.
No!
In the next episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon, will the interns be able to hold off? I don't know, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Like 60 Everguards.
How many animals can you make?
I think we might be about to go through a portal, guys.
Well, it's a good thing you saved your action surge, Kyborg, because it's
Do you have 60?
It's arrowing time.
Oh boy.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yikes.
I want to see some Legolas crap coming from
You got it. As long as there's no deception checks involved.
When a vehicle is certified by Volvo, it's much more than a certified pre-owned. It's certified for that road trip you've been meaning to take. Certified for your growing family. Certified for small steps and big leaps. No matter where the road ahead may take you this season, Volvo hopes you enjoy every moment and are confident in the certified by Volvo vehicle you've trusted to take you there. Contact your Volvo retailer today.
Welcome to Sagas of Sundry Goblin Mode. It's a brand new fantasy series that uses tabletop role-playing games to tell an ever-evolving story. Goblin Mode follows a group of underdogs. Okay, more like underlings, who suddenly find themselves the masters of their own destiny. The adventure begins September 9th. Join Geek and Sundry and Realm for Sagas of Sundry Goblin Mode. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, stinkers. Do you want to get scared? Then you should listen to the Magnus Archives podcast. That was a scary voice. The Magnus Archives is a weekly horror fiction anthology podcast explaining what lurks in the archives of the Magnus Institute, an organization dedicated to researching the esoteric and the weird. Join new head archivist Jonathan Sims as he attempts to bring a seemingly neglected collection of supernatural statements up to date, converting them to audio and supplementing them with follow-up work from his small but dedicated team. Individually, they are unsettling. Together, they begin to form a picture that is truly horrifying because as they look into the depths of the archives, something starts to look back. After the conclusion of an epic 200-episode megaplot, the Magnus Archives has now returned with a hit sequel, The Magnus Protocol. So now is a really good time to start listening, so go explore your deepest fears. Search for The Magnus Archives wherever you listen to your podcast or visit rustyquill.com for more information.
Demi-liches, how long into the Stinky Dragon imbibe our latest beb? Satisfactory phylactery. It's a mixture of leech peach schnapps, cursed cream liqueur, and a few dashes of Granadrain. One drop of this lifeless libation is more satiating to the skull than slaying 7 mortal souls. Previously, our adventurers rescued Gum Gum from an abysmal fate, made a new rocky relationship that led them to the place of shiny no-nos. There they egressed through an immerse gateway to uncover Paralyte's
Yes, the
underwater
catastrophe.
lair, where they became trapped with a few familiar friends. But they managed to free themselves, fight underwater Everguards, and foil a force shield. Now only one thing stands between them and Paralyte, an army of Everguards. Can the party prevail over Paralyte's parade of pawns, or is this the end of the inordinate...
Okay, I'm back. I had to do a little cleanup. I wrote clean, but I didn't finish writing the up part. Silly me. Okay. So far, so good, I think. I believe.
Is this unbeknownst to us the finale of Stinky Dragon?
It's a happy total party kill episode, everyone. We're here to revel in Paralyte's victory over the Infinites.
We're here. We're ready.
Get used to it.
Is her hand still injured? Did I do lasting damage?
She had a glove on.
Rolling perception.
Oh, she got Luke Skywalkered.
Like that was called out specifically. I heard that.
Well, she always wears the gloves because the gloves are like her.
I don't know.
That's how she gets her power.
That's the like item that
That's
she
why
took, right?
I plan to chop off her hands.
Oh, so like
With your bow and arrow?
Like Michael Jackson.
Let's see. I'm wondering if I should shrink the frog, the froggen, to better fit in the hands.
Yeah, but also is whenever you realize he was using a shield the whole time while using a bow and arrow. So
listen, if it's
maybe
on my
it has
back,
some, like,
it means it's active.
Does anyone have a sword or a knife that they've never used in this game yet?
I have hand axes that I've only used as like items.
Yeah, I might have like a hand axe or a javelin or something.
Because I want this to be like Pirates of the Caribbean, where Jack Sparrow has that gun with one bullet in that he's saving for Captain Barbossa. And it's like someone saving their knife for Paralight's hand and will not use it on anything else. That's what I want.
I have a dart.
I have
That'd be pretty anticlimactic.
Gum Gum has a very special flower he's saving up for her.
Do you want to share what kind of flower it is?
He's got to Google it first.
No, I'm thinking.
Is it the one that eats people?
No, that's not big enough for her.
Is it
I'll think on it.
Shop of Horror style?
Mm.
Feed me, Gum Gum. The whole host of Everguards roars with shouts of acclaim and the pounding of armor. You feel the atrium itself vibrating from the deafening clamor. Paralyte holds up a gloved hand pointing in your direction.
Everguards, it's time to end the infinite interns once and for all.
There you go. I think that's pretty okay-ish there.
Straight toward you. Whoosh. Suddenly, a surge of water fires out into the crowd, knocking a platoon of Everguards to the ground. Smash. You see Bray
Okay, I will be right back. I have to set up the DVD player now, so let me write the BRB.
the lower level of the Immersium. The other sheer race rush to surround Bray, protecting her from the onslaught of Everguards. She looks to you all, points to the other three stairwells with glyphs.
Maybe I should have just called for a 15-minute break. Okay, I'll be right back, everyone. I'll try to hurry back with it. But congrats us for hitting 3 hours. I might. Okay, I'll be right back. I might end the stream because it's been 3 hours. It's almost dinner time here. But I will think on it while I'm BRBing. No, Chomker. Leave him be. Yes, the Chomker.
You knew we were going to ask, didn't you?
It's important to set the stage to head off these kinds of questions.
So there's the floor is where all the portals are and where all the guards are.
Correct.
And we're up in one of the alcoves. The only way to then get to another... So Bray is at another alcove?
Yeah, if you remember when you all came into the Immersium, you all went to the left and Bray went to the right. Bray and the sheer race took care of the alcove to the east. You all took care of the alcove to the west. So you see Bray has finished with her alcove and has come down to the lower floor.
Okay, so objective is get to the other 2 alcoves somehow.
What Bray is telling you is you can see Bray on the floor pressing one of the glyphs.
Oh, there's floors on the glyph down
glyphs are on
in
the floor.
Correct. Down in the down on the floor.
Correct.
And Bray's saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, do the wave!" And everyone's dying.
And yeah, you can see that there are glyphs at the base of each of the stairwells on the Immersium floor. A total of 4 currently.
Did we see if that glyph, pressing that glyph, had any effect on that diagem core?
Roll a perception check for me.
Be that.
Jim core is the genre of music I listen to when I work out. John?
Perceiving a 17.
Ooh. The diagem core still seems to be as you saw it before. Remember, there's the eel swimming around it. I don't know if you remember that.
Giant electrical eel.
From the previous episode.
Probably its pet.
But yeah, it does not seem to have had any effect on it that you can ascertain.
Didn't it like flicker?
I don't recall that.
When we did our thing?
The eel is like discharging electricity around it.
Okay.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Okay.
And the guy, there was someone in a cloak, a green cloak that was
It
like...
was a cloak, they were glowing green.
And what happened to them? They ran off?
We fought.
Someone in a cloak? What are you talking about?
When we went into the room with the water.
Oh, yeah, there were 3 Everguards in the alcove, and you dispatched all 3 of them.
I thought there was one that was like charging up in the middle of it.
It was like a priest
Yeah, there was like a magic user and 2 fighters, basically.
Okay.
And we dispatched them
And that was your objective with Bray. You had to take care of the magic user on this alcove, and Bray went to take care of the other one.
Okay.
Right.
We're all caught up.
So people who are listening to these back to back are like, God, it's such terrible memories.
They just did this 5 minutes ago.
I know.
Right after I ate my Subway sandwich.
Not sponsored.
So final catch up question. So what did Bart see? What did you see, Bart, with your perception?
Nothing. No change to the diagem core.
Correct.
Oh, that's what you were looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have much time. You know, Bray has told you what you need to do to accomplish your task to deal with all of the Everguards here. Time is short.
Where's a rune? I want a rune to step on.
What if I shot it?
Just real fast, you only have a short amount of time in order to accomplish all of this, and that time starts now.
Oh, shoot. Should I shoot it? Do you want me to take a shot?
Sure,
All
do
right.
it.
I'm gonna,
I looked back to see if Gus actually had a timer going.
Longbow of Triumph. I'm
I
going
do.
to shoot at the gym core.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is a nat 20 plus 10.
Ooh.
30.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. And ka-chow.
Ciao.
13.
Did it automatically put the plus?
I don't know. It says crit 13.
Yeah, it put your crit attack in there. It didn't calculate it the way I do. The way I would have calculated it, you would have done an additional 3 point of damage. So that's a 16. Yeah, your arrow flies true, striking the glyph dead on, but it doesn't seem to have any.
I'm back. Okay, so I assessed the immediate situation outside of streaming, and I'm gonna have to end stream so I can take care of my people, big and small. So let me just go ahead and close Spotify because it operates a little bit more smoothly when I don't have Spotify playing. We're gonna go ahead and save our progress. But thank you everyone for coming here and being with me. If you could wait just a little bit longer while we raid out, because raiding also helps my channel. Say, let me also see who is around. Sorry, this one was kind of short-ish. But next Thursday, we're going to have our first session. You get to see the cool stuff that I've gotten ready and other stuff that's in progress. I'm super excited. I'll have my banner ready by then as well. And we'll do some D&Ding for realsies. If you came into the stream late and missed the session 0, it will be up on my Twitch after stream ends. I was a little nervous. A lot nervous, I won't even lie. Okay, let's see who else is streaming. And we will raid out to them while I talk. While I'm still talking, very special thanks to CreepyGoth666 one more time for gifting out all those subs on the first day of our beautiful adventure into the D&D lands. I deeply appreciate you, hun. Special thanks to Chases for helping me create this wonderful little world that I'll be sharing with everybody. And Twitch is not cooperating. Awesome. So let me see who is live, who I am following that is live. I already know I cannot raid out to Snacky-chan. Because he does not have raids set up. Bears, are you streaming and you didn't tell me? Okay, we're just gonna raid into Bears because Bears is up and streaming. So give me 1 second to get that raid going. Thank you for coming to the stream, Chases. I love you. I appreciate you always. That's why you're my internet wife.